The sun, the moon, and the stars, they are accountable.
Shalom to all my brothers and sisters. Good morning to you and welcome.
The storms, the wind, and the rain, obey your every command. They carry out
Shalom to your sister Pinky.
your every plan. Who am I to question what you say? Who am I to challenge what you do? Everything that exists,
Yeah.
it all belongs to you, Yahuwah.
Hi Misha Riji. Hi Sister Roland. You and your husband. And to the army in the Philippines. Hi to you, Miss Griffith. To you, Victoria.
You are the king of
To
heaven and
you, Ria.
earth. It all belongs to you.
To Sister Kathy. Brother Jeremiah. To both commanders Naomi and Sister Wati out there in Indonesia. Alright guys, so today it's going to be a quick live. I don't know, I just feel in the spirit that I needed to do a live, you know.
Am I to question what you say? Who am I?
Good morning to all my brothers and sisters in Elohim.
Everything that exists, Father, it all belongs to you, Yahuwah, Yahuwah. Together
Alright, so I will be teaching you about the magnetic earthquakes. I'm going to show you the proof of my prophecies unfolding.
no one like you, Father. You are the King of heaven.
Although we are 8 people on the live, praise Yah. Even if, you know, because when I first started off the live, when I first started to do live, it had at least 5 people in it. Used to have 5, used to have 4 people, you know. I never used to have as much people on the live. So, you know. And now that I deep in the hidden truths of Elohim, I'm teaching you the oracles of Elohim. Now is the time that people don't want to listen to me. But anyhow, say what? And some of you all had dreams, some of you had visions. I might take about 3 calls, not now. Alright, so we are live. Alright, so I'm going to be taking you over to the 2 earthquakes that happened today. I won't be wasting no time. Alright. Alright, so we're going over to this site. Alright, the one on the left is my prophecy from October. I think that's October, September, somewhere around there. And this post called the New York Post. This New York Post was actually put out today around 12 noon our time. Alright. So what it's saying is nobody knows exactly.
Created the sun, the moon.
The New York Post is saying that nobody knows. See if I can just slip that across.
To you,
All right. The New York Post states in that nobody knows, saying that nobody knows why the earth just rang like a bell. So if you did remember that I told you all just yesterday I released a prophecy. Just yesterday a prophecy was released in respects to everything you need to know about the magnetic earthquake. And everything you need to know about the earthquake itself, the destination, where it's going to happen, just an idea of how the earthquake going to happen and when to expect certain things to unfold. So we just had Indonesia had 500 earthquakes. Let me tell you something from last 48 hours. All right, from last 48 hours, Indonesia had 400. It's 4 or say 5. Indonesia had 400 earthquakes, and some little ups and little nickels and thing happened in Indonesia. While we on that note, they say that nobody knows why the earth just rang like a bell. That's a lie. All right, and of course the earth don't look like a spinning ball. Let you see in my mouse. I hope you see my mouse. All right.
You are the king.
We know why the earth is ringing like a bell. All right, we know certainly well. So they keep lying to the public and telling them that nobody knows this and nobody knows that. But the truth is, I know, you know, because I teach you the truth. All right, so exactly, I know, you know. Only those who listen to my lives will know exactly that I am the accurate source on the earth, right? But there are some other people who do not acknowledge me because of the fact that, because of how I speak, because of how I am very straightforward, because how I was taught by Elohim. Alright, that's why some people don't like me, but nevertheless, I don't care if they don't like me or not. At the end of the day, I have to bring you all the ancient truth of Elohim, and I have to tell you exactly what's going on around the earth, exactly what to expect. I have to tell you exactly what's going to happen. Either you acknowledge or you don't acknowledge. My duty, my job is to make sure that you listen. Alright? And even though you don't want to listen, but still. Alright? So if they don't like me or they don't wanna lift up Elohim's truth on their pages, on their Facebook pages, on their groups, alright, that's their business. But the sad thing is that they're stealing my prophecies, they're stealing my predictions, they're stealing my teachings from Elohim, then putting it in their own words, then they're teaching their followers that has become a curse. It has become a curse when you take something when you take the holy and then you profane it with the unrighteous. You understand? You can't take what is holy and then turn it around in your own words to suit your agenda, right? That is not the way. That is not the way how it's supposed to be, and that's not the way how it will be. And nobody, whoever does that, will receive a blessing from the Most High, right? All right, Michelle. Well, thank you for remembering me in that aspect. All right, so we're going to talk about the seismic sensors. They say sensors, right? They say it first picked up event originally near the island between Madagascar and Africa. If you remember recently of the rains that it had a lot of rains in Madagascar and Africa. All right, that was in order to bring forth this magnetic earthquake. As I told you all, the magnetic earthquake, it have a lot to do with the shifting of the plates, the shifting of the poles, the shifting of the east, the west, north, and the south pole. All right, that is called the pole reversal shifting. So the magnetic earthquakes that is happening, it means that the polarity, all right, the polarity of the east is now beginning to reverse. So it begins to reverse now. When it begins to reverse, it wouldn't only cause splits to happen or crack or sinkholes. It will actually sink up. It will actually sink a country. All right, like what's happening like what's happening right now in Indonesia. All right, what's happening right now in Indonesia is what's happening right now in Indonesia is that Indonesia has begun to sink. Certain parts of Indonesia already begin to slip and sink. All right, because of the quicksand zone that they're in, because of the soil, because of a lot of things I could actually talk about, that will cause the Indonesia to slip and to begin to slide. You know what I mean, right? So there's a lot of things. Shalom to you, Commander Grizzla, and you are worthy, brothers and sisters. You are worthy to be called commanders. You are worthy to be in the presence of the Most High, of course. All right, so let's move on. And the article goes on to speak about nobody knows what it was. That is a lie. We know what it was. All right, because I taught you all what it was. And by the way, the time of this article, let's make it very clear. The time of this article, all right, the time of this article was the 29th or the 18th at wrong. The time, it was around 12:25 p.m. New York Post is New York. All right. I hope I can click this to bring up something else. All right. The New York Post. Nobody knows why the earth just rang like a bell. That's a lie. All right. We moving on. They say maybe a meteorite, which do exist. They say maybe a submarine or a volcano, or they say a nuclear test. None of the above was correct. None of the above has occurred, brothers and sisters. They say, and the article go on to say, I don't think I've seen anything like it. National Geographic reports. Columbia University seismologist. So I'm speaking things that never happened before in history. Alright? So I am actually speaking things that never exist. I am speaking things that nobody on the earth ever prophesied about. Alright? I'm speaking things that nobody could ever predict. Nobody could predict it. Alright? Unless if they see my post, unless if they listen to my post, and unless if they steal it, of course, right? And it goes on to say, at the center of the mystery is the tiny island of Makwe. Me know where is that? Positioned about halfway between Africa and Madagascar. So that is where the magnetic polarity began. That is where the magnetic shift will begin. It will begin from there henceforth, right? And let's go. It say it's being subjected to a swarm, right, subjected to a swarm of earthquakes since May. Most have been minor, but the biggest on May 8th was the largest in the island's recorded history, topping its magnitude of 5.8. All right, and we go on. But the earthquake swarm that had been in decline before the mysterious ringing was detected earlier this month. So this month, all right, this month, November month, a lot of things has happened, as you all know. Trinidad had a lot of earthquakes. The Caribbean islands had a lot of earthquakes. A lot of small earthquakes occurred. All right, the lot of small earthquakes that occurred, the small earthquakes signals that a bigger warning is coming. The small earthquake have a lot to do, brothers and sisters, with the magnetic earthquake. All right, have a lot to do with the 10.1. It have a lot to do because in order for Abra to cause a 10.1 that would trigger tsunami, he have to actually knit the plates together. What it means is that he had to set the plates in a certain alignment in order to create that sort of trench. So when that trench is created, that trench, the water will be like a sort of Hoover Dam. You know how Hoover Dam is a big dam and it has water. You know, it's like sort of restore. you know, like where they keep in the water, or the you know what I mean, like some sort of a restore point where they actually saving the water in case they go through a drought. They will use that water, send it out to taps or from wherever. All right. Well, the Hoover Dam effect that's going to happen on the 1st of December. All right. Again, on the 1st of December 2018 will begin the Hoover Dam effect. All right. I call it the Hoover Dam. I am saying it is the Hoover Dam effect, where the dam is going to break, or the water is going to pool a certain place. The water is going to pool, and once the water pool there, that will create a sort of trench, and then now the tectonic plate will lift up both sides, form a sort of ridge. All right, will form a sort of ridge, an up down sort of ridge, and then when ABBA shift the western plate, yes, the western plate in Trinidad, all right, when the western plate is shifted in Maturin, because as you all know, that's where the small earthquakes happening. All right, so all the small earthquakes that happening around Trinidad, you see earthquake happening here, there, and everywhere. All the small earthquakes that happen around Trinidad, people taking it for granted. People think, oh yes, because it's small, that small thing. That was a sign for you to wake up. That was a sign of repentance. That was a sign for you to come into the ark. But now the ark has been shut. Now Yahuwah is setting up a different strategy now to bring everything into fulfillment. All right, so everything will be fulfilled by December. By the 1st of December, as you all know, the 17th of December was actually like a sort of a wave or breakthrough, something like that for all those who wanted a sign to come into the ark. All right, so also the tsunami will be a sort of wave. So the 8.5 earthquake is going to happen. It's going to happen on a Tuesday evening, and I keep him my word. If Abba says Tuesday, it's Tuesday. All right, Abba said that the 8.5 earthquake is going to happen on a Tuesday evening. Hopefully it might run into our Sabbath. All right, if our Sabbath falls on a Tuesday, all right, and the 10.1 earthquake will happen the further morning. Let me just give you an example. Let me say, I just given an example. I'm not saying that it's exactly going to happen on that day that I'm going to actually give an example of. So the example that I'm going to actually give you all, what Abba told me is, let me just say, for example, I give an example, right? Abba didn't really specifically tell me this, but he told me about it Tuesday. He gave us the time exactly when it will happen, all right? But he didn't give no specific date of when it will happen, because it's a certain process that needs to be happening, a certain process that needs to happen in order for the tsunami to happen. Tsunami just can't happen just like that. Everything needs to be set in place for major tsunami to happen, for mega tsunami, of course. Now the example I'm giving you all here, all right, the example have a lot to do with the tsunami. All right, let me just say, I'm just going to give a date. Let me just say the 1st of December. Let me just say the 1st of December. Yes, also commanders who are listening, please take notes and transcribe it in the comment section, so other people who come to watch it live, they will see it too. Guys, remember this live is going to run for half an hour. I'm not staying longer than a half an hour. All right, you know, sometimes I actually overdo it and go too long, teach too long, and then, you know, people mouths has been dropped to the ground. Let me just say the earthquake. Let me say the earthquake happens. Let me say the 8.5 earthquake happens on the 1st of December. I don't know if that's going to fall on a Tuesday, or I don't know if that's going to fall on a Wednesday, or whatever day it's going to fall. Now this is not a sort of prediction that I'm giving you all. I say that exactly going to happen on the 1st of December. I'm just drawing a reference, and I'm actually trying to make you understand a point that I'm making here with all the magnetic earthquakes and stuff like that that's happening around the earth. Let me say the 8.5 earthquake happens on the 1st of December. Let me say the 1st of December end up falling on a Tuesday or Wednesday or Thursday, whatever day. And let me say that occurs. Well, Maturin will be completely shaken up. All right. So that means that buildings in Trinidad, the Twin Tower in Trinidad, the Twin Tower will collapse. All right. Certain government buildings will collapse, will fall flat. Certain houses will fall flat. The Trinidad will begin to rip apart. Trinidad will tear apart because of the shaking, the magnitude of the shaking. It will be 8.5 topple. All right. So let me just say, on the 1st of December, the 8.5 earthquakes occurred. I'm not saying it could occur. I'm saying it possible. Let me just say the 8.5 earthquake happens on the 1st of December 2018. Or let me just say, let's just give an example. And the 8.5 earthquake did happen. Now after the 8.5 earthquake, the 8.5 earthquake will trigger a tsunami. It will trigger a tsunami at least, it will trigger a tsunami at least, let me say, not 200 feet, can't do that. Let me say it will trigger a tsunami because the mountain, let me say let me say the northern part of Trinidad will collapse, obviously, right? The northern part of Trinidad will collapse. The northern part of Trinidad, not the northern tectonic plate, because the northern tectonic plate is far up the western side of Indonesia side. All right. Let me just say that the western 8.5 earthquake occurs. It will be a devastating effect, and the consequences will be deadly. All right. Now, before we go into the 8.5, now the final saturation needs to occur. And the final saturation, brothers and sisters, will bring death and destruction to the Caribbean islands as well as Indonesia, Ecuador, different parts of the earth that actually experience the, that actually experience the saturation. Now the saturation process, the ending effect does be the worst, as you all know. All right. For example, let me say you're building a house. Let me say you're just building a house. You ain't putting on the lights. You ain't putting in the lights. You just start building the house. You start a construction. Let me say you start the construction. You start to put on. You get a sort of mason, and that mason start to pour blocks and all this kind of thing. Start to build the foundation. I'm speaking about the saturation. Let me say, after the house is built and the foundation is going up, now you had to deal with putting in the doors. You had to deal with putting in louvers. You had to deal, after you put up the louvers, you put up the door, you make sure you're inside. You make sure you seal up all the way you can seal up so no bat, nothing could come in your home. You make sure you are alright. You make sure your family is secure. Alright. Next thing you need to do is get electricity. Now let me say you get electricity, and you're in the process of getting electricity. You have to go through, you have to get a wireman, you have to get an electrician to make sure that you run the require wiring, to make sure that the electric company passed it in order for you to get electricity. Now I ain't going on to the other thing like phone, internet, because that is not what I'm talking about here. Now after you completely get electricity, what happens? Let me see how wise people is. After you get electricity, alright, but during the process, when you're building a house, you make sure while you're building a house and your house nearly reach, let me see your house don't cover, your doors don't on, your louvers on, you're in darkness. Alright? But while you're doing that, you actually have go and you go back for the store and you take out a little living room set, you take out fridge, take out stove, you take out all these necessary things to make yourself so-called comfortable. And let me just say, for example, a storm come now. After you build your house, a storm come, lick off your galvanize, lick off your roof gone clear, everything in your house get wet up. And let me say, after that now, the Most High, Elohim, they help you to put back on that roof, because of the fact that you was walking out of line and they put you back in line. Let me say you continue to walk out of line for years. Let me say 3 years, Elohim watching you. They're watching your movement, they're watching your attitude, they're watching your behavior. After 3 years, they decide to strike you again. Now, when I'm saying lick off your roof, I mean devastation in the sense of your house started sink now. After the 3 years, all what you build come to the north. Now, this had to do with what I'm explaining. It have to do. It's a sort of psychology I'm actually trying to make you all understand. That Elohim looks at everything. He looks at every single thing. Things that you mightn't think that Elohim will look at to judge you, they will judge you by these things. Certain things they will just overlook and say, okay, we will give them an opportunity to continue to walk on that path. And when the time comes, we will try to lead them back. And if we lose them, well, fine. We will wait maybe our next 4 years, or we will make maybe our next 3, another 3 years, or our next generation come forth again. We will use that generation to do our work. And again, what happened to Grenville? What happened to Grenville wasn't no mistake. It wasn't no it wasn't no government. It wasn't no government controlling the weather for Grenville to be flooded out like that. It's the Creator. The Creator give everybody in Grenville, everybody who in Grenville, I'm talking about in Trinidad here. Same thing with Indonesia. So when them in Indonesia think that Allah is the one blessing them, Allah is their enemy. Just like Jehovah is their enemy, Jesus is their enemy, Lucifer is their enemy, Baal is their enemy. You understand what I'm saying? It wasn't none of them demigods who blessing these people. It was Elohim who making a way for them. Alright? Even in Nigeria, they worshiping Jesus, Allah, Buddha, all different sort of deities they worshiping, which do not honor Elohim. So what happened now? Elohim take a turn against them now. Right? Because of the fact that they're not acknowledging Elohim as their creator. You understand what I'm saying? They acknowledging other things other than their creators, which invoking the wrath of Elohim upon them. Alright? So what I'm actually saying is people get a lot of opportunity, a lot of chances to repent and change, and people just didn't take Elohim serious. So what I mean, the saturation process that needs to be 100%, it means that it will be devastation. Alright? It means that islands will sink, islands will be torn open. So this is what I want you to understand here. The purpose of the small earthquakes, so that when the other portion, the final portion of rain comes, the final portion of the saturation happens, the plates already in order to rip the land in half. You understand what I'm saying? So the small earthquakes that was happening, I don't know exactly how to tilt the plate, how to shift the plate a certain way to accommodate the water to go in between to saturate the land. I hope I'm making some sense to you. Alright? That's the reason why the small earthquakes was occurring, because the small earthquakes have a lot to do with the pole reversal shifting. Hi, Sister Lisa. Alright? And brother Yohochahan. Brother Yohochahan, I understand that I have a radio program. It will be a blessing, sir, if you actually bring me on your radio program. If you consider me a brother, or if you consider your family to live through the disaster that's coming. Alright? Everybody talking about they know, but they don't know nothing. Because without getting into the ark, there's no safety on the earth. And I want this to be very clear to people too as well. People who listen from afar off. Now, a lot of people telling me in South Africa will be a sort of place to seek refuge. Now, I have to tell you this: nowhere on the earth will be, you can seek refuge in no country. Because of what is going to unfold, the mountains will collapse again. Now, everybody who think that they will run up to the mountains when the tsunami happen, you will die upon that mountain. There will be no safety on the earth. When things start to unfold, on the 1st of December, when the Hoover Dam effect begins, the 1st of December, when the Hoover Dam effect begins, I think it have 31 days in this month, so we should be going over to that. But when the magnetic earthquakes begins to happen, it will have outages. It will have internet outages. It will have, because it will have electric outages. What outages it will have? It will also have outages in your body as well. Certain things will be functioning right in your body, because the magnetic earthquakes have a lot to do with the pole reversal shifting. The pole reversal shifting have a lot to do with the magnetic earthquakes. The magnetic earthquakes have a lot to do with our transformation. It have a lot to do with the supernatural transformation, or as you call it, the rapture. It have a lot to do with the catching away as well. That is the reason why things happening in such a sequence, so that a window of opportunity will be open in order to accommodate, all right, certain things that will unfold in a few days from now. I hope I'm making some sense. All right, I hope I'm making some sense. So when the saturation process is completed, Trinidad, for example, will tear in half. Understand? Trinidad will tear in half from the creek, from San Fernando. Let me just tell you all the spots that will be split. The spots that will be split is from Sagaramas to Sandy Grande. Alright? The other spot that will be split is from Sagonas to Rio Claro. After Rio Claro, I can't remember the place after Rio Claro, but from Sagonas to Rio Claro, alright, from Labre, alright, from Labre to, no, it's from Labre, from Sagonas to, what's it, it's from Sandy Grande, I think it's Sandy Grande. I had the drawing already, alright, so you need to go back and look at that, and you need to click the link as well to go and look at the, that recent prophecy. Alright, so the split will already begin to happen from Labre, the whole of Labre, Point Fortin, Cedros cut off. As you all see, Cedros in Trinidad already begin to cut off. They are in the deep south, near, they're not far from Maturin, they're just on the southern tectonic plate. All right, Point Fortin, Labre, Cedros, Buenos Aires, Erin, Palo Seco, Siparia, Palo Seco. They are on the southern tectonic plate. And the southern tectonic plate is sort of a little small square plate, all right, that sort of lap on onto the western plate. But that is why when the earthquake happened at a certain spot, let me say the earthquake happened Maturin and cross over to the south. Remember I told you all, Maturin is sort of the western side of Trinidad, right? Venezuela. So the southern plate is overlapped on top of the southern plate is overlapped. Alright, let me just show you an example. Like, look at this mouse, right? You see my mouse here, right? You can see my mouse moving up and down, right? Now every time you see the mouse acting normal, right? Every time I take the mouse and I put it on the words, you realize that you're not seeing the arrow anymore. What you're seeing something sort of like like if I'm going and type or something like that. Well, that's what I mean. I mean that the southern tectonic plate is overlapped on the western tectonic plate. So that will give you a sort of vibration, alright? And that is the reason why when the earthquake happened on the 21st of August 2018 in Maturin, it crossed over to the southern side. So the southern side, Erin, Point Fortin, Captiville, these different places down to the deep south. These places down to the deep south will feel the 8.5 earthquake very bad. So that means that places in Point Fortin will collapse. Alright? The saturation for Point Fortin is same 98% because everybody is 98% right now. So so some of you might be having questions in your mind. How the saturation process will happen if the meteorologist people saying that it will be a dry, it will be a dry time, and they also said that the hurricane season has ended. That's what they're saying. They say that the hurricane season has ended, but Yahweh does things in a specific order. So they will say that the hurricane season has ended, but the hurricane season ain't end yet, folks. Alright, you might think, or they're telling you that the hurricane season, because they want you to think that the hurricane season will end. There is no end and no season. Alright?
Father, it all belongs to Yahuwah. Yahuwah. Together we sing. Together. You are the King. You are the King of heaven and the earth. The everlasting King, the heaven and the earth. Kabiyosio. You have created the sun, the moon, and the stars. They are accountable to you, Yah. The fullness of the earth, the storms, the wind, and the rain. Obey your every command. They carry out your every plan. Who am I to question what you say? Who am I to challenge what you do? Everything that exists, it all belongs to you, Yahuwah, Yahuwah.
I hope I'm making some sense. I hope making some sense for you to understand.
You are the King of heaven and earth. It all belongs to you.
Trinidad will actually split in three, Sister Wati, so correct that. Trinidad will split in three. But I've been saying that for quite a long time, right? Alright, and I read here. I don't know if my mic was off, but I'll hear me now, right? Maybe I should add some volume to this. So that will split in 3. Yeah, that will happen. Also happen.
Who am I to question what you say? Who am I to challenge?
Alright, so we go on to the article now.
Exodus chapter.
Alright, so the article goes on to say, then comes a secondary wave. These high frequency waves tend to twiggle more. Rubbish. I mean, I don't know what they're talking about. Twiggle is a magnetic earthquake. Everything that is seen here is what I already teach. Only then came the surface waves. Alright, these slow deep rumbles tend to, you know. Alright, let me just go down there. I'm not sure what it's going. The National Geographic reports the French Geographical Survey suspects a new volcano may be developing off the coast of Mayak. No new volcano in developing at all. They don't know. Alright, so they're giving you a false hope. They sort of making you believe that if they know anything. And then they're talking about it's been dormant for more than 4,000 years. They don't know what they're talking about, folks. Alright. The French believe that the weird ringing may have been generated by a movement of magma some 20 miles up the coast. Alright, they're actually speaking things that I already taught you already. Basically things that I've already taught you already, alright? They're teaching you things that I've already taught you.
When all is said and done, I'll still worship you.
So basically things that I've already taught you, that's exactly, what they actually, that's basically exactly what they're actually saying, basically. Alright, so let me just go over to my prophecy really quick before we go forward. Alright, so the prophecy specifically speaks. Alright. The prophecy, I'm gonna just go back. So basically things I already taught you, that's what they're talking about, right? Shalom to you, Kim.
Revelation 12.
Alright, so the prophecy specifically speaks about the full teaching of everything you want to know. Let me just go straight.
Fell on their faces and worshiped him, saying, "We give you thanks." So Yahuwah Elohim.
So everything that they actually see, this was let me just show you the date for proof. So there's proof that I already taught you all these things. This was on the June the 20th. This was June the 20th, and it's a public post. And it was around 10:09 a.m. when I did that live. You see how much lives I just do? Well, yeah, Sister Wati, it have to do with the epicenter as well. Remember, I taught you all about the epicenter in the center of the dome. Remember, I taught you all about the epicenter. That the epicenter of the dome is exactly in Africa. Remember, I told you about that. If you take a map, like if you take a sort of compass and you go certain places in Africa, you can get lost because of the fact that the east will be pointing to the west and the west will be pointing because it will be off polarity. It will be off polarity, not because of the pole shifting. It's because of how the poles are, because that is the epicenter of all the tectonic plates connecting to one another. I hope I'm making sense. That is the epicenter of a certain the epicenter for the entire earth. So the epicenter for the entire earth, rather than the epicenter for a country, the epicenter for Trinidad, the epicenter for here, the epicenter for there. The epicenter for the entire earth, which includes all islands, or everywhere. The epicenter is in Africa. Because that epicenter taught you all that some weeks ago. The epicenter That is the center of the earth, the center of the dome, where the two halves of the dome join together. I think I did show you all that a while. I think I did show you all that. Let me see if I can just find a picture to show you all what I'm talking about. I could bring it up really quick and see if maybe I could find something. See if I could get up.
Every day I'll lift my voice to you. Oh, Most High, I will lift my voice to you.
Alright, I find something there really quick. Take a look. Alright, so as you can see here, as we can see, you see our how come I see the mouse? I see the mouse that well. Alright, so I find something in there where the different what do you call it again, the different foundation stones. See different colors. I'm not sure why my mouse is showing up there, but okay, yeah, do that. I maybe had to sort that out. Alright, I'll find something. Let me just deal with getting the mouse on. Hold on.
Oh, I will worship you. I will worship you. I will give you praise, Almighty One. Mighty. I will lift my voice and worship you. Oh yes, I will.
Oh yes, oh yes,
oh yes, I will. I will worship you.
I will lift my voice.
I will bless your name.
Yahuwah,
Elohim.
Elohim.
I will worship you.
Toda Father,
I will worship you.
Yahuwah.
Ooh.
Ooh. Exodus chapter 3 verse 12. And Yahuwah said, I will be with you, and this will be the sign to you that it is I who have sent you. When you have brought the people out of Egypt, you will worship me on this mountain.
Morning, noon, and night, I will worship you. The purpose for my life.
Alright, so continue to share this live. I got my my mouse to show up now. So alright, so what you seen happening there is what happened in Indonesia. Alright, that happened in Indonesia a couple hours ago, where buildings just started to sink, or houses just started to sink in a certain part of Indonesia. Right now it's like quicksand. So a couple houses, a couple parcel of land already started to sink. So we're going to see that happening in Trinidad as well when the saturation process is completed. So once the saturation process is completed, we're going to see Trinidad splitting, we're going to see Stanastusha splitting, we're going to see Grenada, Colombia, we're going to see Guyana, all those other small islands that could be easily put into the category of the 100% saturation. So the reason why Stantusas, I don't know if I'm saying the word correct. The reason why the Netherlands Stantusas ain't get much weather or rain yet is because Stantusas is a small island like Haiti that doesn't need as much water to bring forth a sort of destruction. All right. So the other smaller islands like Grenada, all these other places that didn't experience as much saturation as the last few weeks, all right, those other countries or islands will experience the saturation. It means that it will be devastating. It will be a devastating effect.
Revelation 12.
I hope I'm making sense to you. It means that the other islands that wasn't quite saturated yet, all right, those islands will make up the 100% saturation.
We give you thanks, Yahuwah Elohim, the one who is and who was, because
So Sawati, take note of this, Commander,
and have begun to
and take note again. Indonesia will be destroyed at the same time with Trinidad, Tobago, the Caribbean islands, Mexico, all those places that have a heated seismic blow or seismic wave. Those places will be destroyed. So all the islands, Indonesia included, Manama included, Philippines included, all right, and a part of Hong Kong, North Korea, Asia, yeah, Mexico, Brazil, Venezuela will be destroyed. They will all be destroyed together because those places cannot be reversed. I want you to understand this. A pole reversal shifting cannot happen because these islands, because those islands are sort of off the plate. You know what I'm saying? Now all these things Yahuwah saved them from it. Alright. Again, Indonesia is off. It's kind of off the eastern. Is it eastern, boy? Western Indonesia is about the eastern. I think eastern. Indonesia as well as Trinidad and Tobago, Stantusas, Haiti, all those different islands, Grenada, they off the tectonic plate. They sort of like a little way, they're like halfway off the tectonic plate. You know what I'm saying? Because when Yahuwah did the moving of the islands years ago, when Yahuwah did the moving of the islands, Yahuwah sort of did it sort of quickly, alright, so that it will be easy to destroy these islands when He ready for them. That's why they were given many chances, many opportunities, because our Father know that once He start this polyversal shifting, it will have devastating effects, devastating consequences as well. Alright, so Indonesia, all the islands will be destroyed. No matter what part of the Indonesia you are off the tectonic plate. Alright, that is the reason why Indonesia have so much epicenters. That is the reason why Palu is off of the plate, you know. Palu is a little off the plate. Let me say Palu is about 3/4 of the tectonic plate. The whole of Indonesia makes up of different islands. Alright, so different islands in Indonesia is made up of different the way how they are situated on the plate, they sort of off the plate in a certain way. So what Yahuwah need to do is saturate it, break down the land, sink Indonesia. Alright, so what you're seeing there, what we actually seeing occurring there is a huge sinkhole opening and just swallowing houses going. So that is called, it is called the quicksand effect. So that is the quicksand effect that I told you all about, the 28th of September, the 23rd of September, the 20th of September, August, September, right, in August the 9th, I told you all about the quicksand effect. You can go back and look at our live if you want. The 9th of August, that was the same day that Lombok in Indonesia was affected by a 7.1 earthquake, alright, which they downgrade as 6.4, which can cause so much devastation in Lombok. If you notice, ever since that day on the 9th of September, 9th of August, Lombok have been receiving multiple earthquakes, alright. So from then to now, Indonesia maybe experienced at least 800 earthquakes. Let me just check it up. If we actually check it up from since Lombok earthquake to Palu earthquake or Sulawesi earthquake, if you check from then to now, it could come up at least 500 to 700 earthquakes registered. And as I speak right now, there's an earthquake happening right now. When we use the word earthquake happening right now, it means that Abba, Father, Yahuwah, shift the plate. Alright? So the more Abba shift the plate and pull Indonesia off the plate, remember Abba is pulling the plate off of them. So here what will happen, since Indonesia is a little bit off the plate, it means that when Abba pull it, he will pull the plate from under them. Let me say the end of the plate. Indonesia is on the end of Indonesia is on the end of the sort of Indonesia is on the end of the eastern western sort of tectonic plate. Alright, just put another example. Indonesia is on that sort of plate, and they are sort of off the plate, or sort of slightly off the plate. Let us say they're about 3/3 off the plate. The whole island of Indonesia, whether Mataram or whether Java or whatever place. Alright, and if you remember, I taught you all that the tectonic plate does not run through a volcano. What that means to you, if the tectonic plate doesn't run through a volcano, that alone should tell you that Indonesia is sort of off the tectonic plate. I will never understand what I'm saying. Like places in Philippines is sort of 5/3. Now Indonesia is 3/3 of the tectonic plate. Trinidad is about a half, let's say 1.5 thirds. I'm just giving you an example. Trinidad is 1.5 thirds of the western tectonic plate, sort of the northern eastern tectonic plate. Alright, like Trinidad, like how they were rested on. Alright, places like Indonesia, the Philippines, Manama, they are sort of let me say 3/3 of the tectonic plate. Trinidad is 1/3. So that means Trinidad is so easy to just push off. Trinidad is so easy to just push off the plate. Now I want you to understand this. If Trinidad splits in half, one half will be floating. Let me just say, about divide the middle of Trinidad. The middle of Trinidad is the epicenter of Trinidad. Every island, every country has an epicenter. An epicenter is where two plates are joined together. Not joined like join, but two plates kiss one another, and in the center of the plate there's sort of a epicenter, as I explained to you all on a past life. Alright, Anastusus, the epicenter of Anastusus or Stanstusus or wherever they call the place. The epicenter of Stanstusus is in Haiti, because the people of Anastusus or the Netherlands, they are on the same tectonic plate as Haiti. I wonder if I'm making sense to you. Grenada, all those other islands, Caracou, Grenada, St. Vincent, St. Lucia, Barbados. Alright? They on the same plate. Guyana, Guyana is on the same plate as Trinidad. All the islands that close by, let me say Guyana, Tobago, they are on the same plate as Trinidad. So it's sort of a, sort of like a, like give it take, it's like a sort of seesaw effect going on, where one part of the island will be pulled and the other part of the island will be pulled. Like earthquake will happen right here, it wouldn't happen there. It's sort of the seesaw sort of effect. When I use the word seesaw, I means that, like if you on a seesaw, you ever went in a seesaw? If you went in a seesaw and you on the seesaw, you is the heavier person and there's a light person on the seesaw, what will happen? Your weight will be so heavy, your weight alone will actually send up the light side. Alright? Now, in order for the light person to sort of come down to your level, you will have to stand up and sort of allow the seesaw to be in a certain balance. I will never making sense. I will never making sense to you about this seesaw effect. The seesaw effect, brethren, have a lot to do with the earthquakes, the sinkholes, and all these other things that is going on. And next thing, places that have sinkholes, I Commander Coco, places that has sinkholes, there's no tectonic plate in the places that have sinkholes right now. So the places that new sinkholes is forming, it means that the plate have been removed in order for the sinkhole to form. Now this is something I'm newly telling you all here because I didn't know this before, that sinkholes, in order for a sinkhole to form, the tectonic plate needs to shift out of the way. Alright? The tectonic plate is an actual plate, folks. It's an actual plate. It's an actual steel plate. Let me just use it as a steel plate. I won't go into details of what the tectonic plate really made of because people won't understand what I'm talking about. Alright? Let me just leave it at that. Alright, let me just go back to alright, so as I was explaining, I'll see my mouse now. You done know. Alright, so that was a little analogy, a little explanation there for you. Let's count how much stones we see in here. Just want to talk about this really fast. We seeing the blue, we seeing a next color here, there's a other color here, there's a green, there's a purple, there's a orange, there's a yellow, there's a black, there's a sort of different yellow, I think there's a sort of different color close to yellow, there's a purple stone, and all these 12 stone, 1, 2, 3, 4, yes. 1, let me just check from here, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Alright? 12 foundation stone, folks. 12 foundation stones. 12 commandments. 12 gates. 12 tribes. I'm making sense? I want to know if I'm making sense. I hope I'm making sense to you. This is Abba Yahuwah right here that we're seeing. This is our Father. So the Santa Claus actor, or the guy who dressed up as Saint Nicholas, Santa Claus, is a mockery to our Father, because as you can see, our Father has long white beard. Alright? He has white mustache, and our Father is a black man. You understand what I'm saying? Our Father has white hair. Alright? And our Yahushua, our Messiah, our King, he has black hair, because Yahushua is not as old or not as ancient as Abba Yahuwah. Yahushua have many generations again to go, even when with his creation. Alright, I hope I'm making sense to you. Our Father is a black man. You understand? Not a white man. That is the image that they paint in your mind. Alright, they paint that in your mind for you to believe that our Father is a white man. Our Father is not a white man. It's not like that. Alright, our Father is a black man. Yahushua is a sort of olive skin, because Yahushua took the complexion of his father and his mother. Emaya is sort of white skin. So the white skin complexion came from Emaya, Emaya is a sort of Asian. So Yahushua mixed with a sort of Caucasian, Asian sort of blood, a sort of look. I just want to explain to you all in that sort of way so you all will understand. Abba Yahuwah is completely black. He's a black man. He is the one that created this dome. Alright? So this dome was created by Abba Yahuwah and Mother Emaya, and it was given as a gift by the son. And what we actually seeing in the back here is the ark. This is the ark that we seen in the back of our father here. Alright, that is sort of drawn close to him, just to give you an idea of our father. Now, this we seeing here is the rod. Now, this rod is what causes the magnetic earthquake. Again, if Abba took his rod, I have a teaching about this. If Abba took his rod and he pointed at California will receive a sort of 4.4, they might receive a 4.5. Now people don't know nothing about this. Nobody knows about this teaching because this is ancient teaching. This is actually ancient things that I'm actually teaching you all here. Things that nobody knows about. No scientists. It's not even in the Bible of these things that I'm teaching you all here. It's not written in the Bible. It's hidden. Nobody knew about it. Nobody in the centuries. Not even Enoch. Enoch don't even know about this. Right? This wasn't taught to Enoch. It wasn't taught to Enoch. Certain things was taught to Enoch on respects to the fallen angels and who they are and what they will do and how they will deceive mankind. In the book of Enoch doesn't speak nothing about our father. Alright? It's not written in the Bible at all. It's not written in the Apocrypha. It's not written in none of the books. It's not written in none of these books. You understand what I'm saying? Alright? So our father has been set apart. He and his wife and his son. They are the everlasting, eternal creators. I know I did a live about this a couple months ago. But just to refresh your mind that our father is no racist. Alright? Our father, whether you're black, you're white, you're Chinese, whatever complexion, you're Caucasian, once you love Elohim and you walk in righteousness, and the word Elohim specifically speaks of the eternal family. Alright? So Elohim is another word for the creator. Now, the creator now, they consider themselves Elohim because Elohim is a family. Elohim is a family that operates as one. Alright, they agree as one under one condition or one term, so to speak. So Elohim, they agree as one. I'm teaching this for the Indonesia people who ask me who's Elohim and they watching my life. Alright, so Allah had nothing to do with Yahuwah. Allah is Baal. Alright, if you do your research, you will see that Allah is Baal. If you do research, you will see Jehovah is the same Allah. If you do research, you will see that all the Hindu deities and the Christian deities is the same Allah, is the same Baal. It's just different names. Alright, different names to disguise the different agendas that the fallen angels have. I hope I'm making sense to you. Alright, so if you do research right, then you will come up, then you will understand, alright, why we have been deceived. Because of the fallen angel and because of the decrees that they did on Mount Sinai, when they said that we will not obey our father laws, we will not walk according to his statutes, alright, we will do as we please, what we want, we will be like gods amongst the humans. And the humans and them, they will never know, because we will come up with different decrees, we will come up with different laws, we will create a system to completely keep them under our control. This is the system that we live in, folks. This is the system that governs us. The shadow government, the fallen angels, the governments of the earth is just a hidden agenda of who or the status of the fallen angels. I hope I'm making sense to you. Alright, so again, this is our Father Yahuwah, and he's a black man, not a white man. Alright? Alright, so I'm gonna just I'm gonna get back to, so as I was telling you all about the prophecy here, which have a lot to do. This prophecy was on the 20th of June. Even notice the date in this is the New York article. Now this New York Post came out today, right? So we know this is accurate stuff. Alright? So after hours of bringing out that prophecy, boom, there was another seismic sensors going off all around the earth, and they call it the ringing, the bell, or whatever they call it. I think they call it the why the earth ringing like a bell or some sort of thing, because it is what is to come, what is to happen. Alright? That's the reason why I'm up warning you all. That's the reason why I make so much sacrifice to teach you all certain things. Alright? Alright, we have at least, how much minutes? We have at least a little couple minutes left. Alright, so I'll be taking my first call. Go ahead and call in.
Created the sun, the moon, and the stars. They are accountable.
And other things. Over by Anchorage, you're compromised. I'm hoping nobody has not been hurt in this earthquake, but I will tell you this: it's unbelievably violent shaking. There's a tsunami effect in place right this second.
Shalom to you, Sister Pinky.
I heard until 2 o'clock. So anybody out there that is on the flats, Turnagain, whatever, you can see how this was violently shaken and settled and broken and cracked. Anybody out there on the flats, down along the inlet, I don't think Turnagain is such an issue. Now that I think about it, what I've heard would definitely connect the flats, etc. If you don't have to be out there, don't go. Now, Alaska, brutal. Right. That guy was scared, and so was this guy. I actually know the owner of this company. More importantly, you can see the devastation of 7-point-something earthquake not very long ago here in Alaska. I've already been to my parents' house and cleaned up the broken glass, checked on them. They're shaken up, pardon the expression, but all is good. You can see how much this settled, how crazy this is. I mean, this is unbelievable. And this is a road right outside of Wasilla. And I've heard overpasses and other things. Over by Anchorage, you're compromised. I'm hoping nobody has not been hurt in this earthquake, but I will tell you this: it's unbelievably. That guy was scared, and so was this guy. I actually know the owner of this company, CRUST. That guy was scared, and so was this guy. I actually know the owner of this company. More importantly, unfortunately, you can see the devastation of 7-point-something earthquake not very long ago here in Alaska. I've already been to my parents' house, cleaned up the broken glass, checked on them. They're shaken up, pardon the expression, but all is good.
The dry bones becoming as flesh. And these are the days of your servant David, rebuilding the temple of praise. And these are the days of the harvest. The fields are white in the world. And we are your laborers in your vineyard, declaring the word of the Lord. Behold, he comes, riding on the clouds, shining like the sun. At the trumpet call, lift your voice. In the year of Jubilee, out of Zion to salvation comes. Behold, he comes, riding on the clouds.
All right, so salam to all my brothers and sisters again. And as I was saying already, you all need to call in. And all right, Ms. Batiste, go ahead and call in. You have a major testimony, and I want to bring you on as a guest. Okay, Ms. Batiste, if you are listening, please call in now.
Glass checked on them.
All right. You know, I've spoken a lot of things I've spoken, and people have taken it for granted, you know. All right. Shalom.
Shalom, bro.
I hope I'm not calling in a bad time.
No, not really, but if you're hearing noise in the background, it's because where I live, close to a bar.
All right, that's all right. That's all right, sis. Just wanted to bring you on the life a little, a little bit to tell us about the vision that you had, so that it will be like a sort of warning to other people,
Let me first say, I want to give praise to Elohim for.
Talk a little closer. Talk a little closer to the phone, sis. We hardly hear you.
I say I want to give praise to Elohim for giving me the opportunity to get another chance. Shalom to all my brothers and sisters. Shalom to you, Boshai. This dream actually happened like about 4 o'clock this morning. I was by my grandmother, which is in Portersfield, and I wanted to come outside the house because the sky was looking so strange, and the people inside the house were kind of hindering me from trying to get outside the house now. So, I finally got outside the house, and when I watched the sky, I wanted to send a picture for you. So I wanted to take out a picture. So I got I'm going back inside the house to get my phone to take out the picture. And when I came back outside, the sky was looking like a portal. And when I came back outside, there were 3 angels standing in front of the yard. And the one standing to the front told me that he came for me now. So I asked him, if the time comes, if this is finally the time when it's happening, and he tell me yes. And I asked him, well, which one you is? And he told me that he is Gabriel. He was dressed in a suit. I didn't see his wings. I didn't see any of their wings. All of them were dressed in suits. And he took my hand, and we were like, I started to ascend into something that looked to me as if it was like a vent. So while going up, I started to think about whatever it was. I know it was something earthly, and because of the thought, I started to come back down from in the vent, or from going up now, and I ended up coming back down to the earth now, and I started to cry because I was saying that
Let's be strong, sis. Let's be strong. Everybody need to take this warning as very, very serious. Very serious warning of what Elohim tell you.
I started to cry because I said, well, I do everything that you tell me to do, and how come you leave me behind? And then I was feeling like if all my brothers and sisters did leave, and I was the only one who got left behind. And then Gabriel came back and
Whoa.
tell me the reason why I got left behind is because and then he believe completely, and that I needed to surrender everything. And then I understood what he was telling me, and I said, well, I don't want to be left behind. And then I surrendered everything, and I started to ascend, and I reached up into what appeared to be like a room with other people, and then I came out of the tree.
I hope that everybody listening to what Miss Baptiste is saying. I hope people listening to exactly what Miss Baptiste is saying exactly. I hope people ain't getting tied up right now in this hour. And what else Gabriel told you? Did he told you about doubts?
That I couldn't enter if I had any doubts.
Tell them again, sis. Tell them again. Tell them again. Allow him show you. All of them who laughing in the live, let her continue to laugh. In a few days from now, we go see who laughing. Right? Let her continue to laugh. All those who laughing and running to the psychics and running to the deities, let her run. Sis, is it possible that you could see over the whole vision a little slowly? Because some people saying that they don't understand what you're saying, and some people saying that they wasn't hearing you that well. We do love to hear you say it again, if it's in your heart to say it over again, so that other people who newly joined in the live could call in and give their testimonies as well. You know.
I dream I was in the house by my grandmother in Port of Spain. You hear me good?
Yeah.
And the sky was looking real unusual, so I wanted to come outside the house, but everybody, it had people inside the house who I know, and they didn't want me to go outside the house. So when I finally break from them and come outside the house, when I look up in the sky, I see something like a portal, and I wanted to go and get my phone to take out a picture in order to send to Brother Shai. So when I went inside to get my phone and I come back outside with it to take out the picture, it had 3 angels that descended from inside the portal, and they were standing in front of me, and 1 was in the front and 2 was in the back. They was dressed in suits, and then you see the wings. I just know that that was the time it was happening. And I turned and I asked the angel if this is really it, if this is it. He tell me yes, they send him for me. And he took my hand and I asked him, well, which one you is? And he tell me he's Gabriel. And when he take my hand, I was starting to ascend into something that to me seemed as if it was a vent going up. And while ascending, going up, I started to think about like earthly things, and I fall back down from inside the vent from where I was ascending. And when I fall on the ground, When I fall on the ground, I started to cry. And I started to ask him, well, I do everything you ask me to do, so then why you leave me back behind? Why you leave me if I do everything that you tell me to do? I felt as if all my brothers and sisters didn't leave, like if they wasn't in that presence again. And it was feeling like if a little while, like I was just there among, well, people was moving like normal. People who didn't know about the rapture or what was going on. And I just felt as if I was left behind with them. And then Gabriel came back, and Gabriel asked me if I know the reason why I come back down. And I tell him, well, no. He tell me because I cannot enter if I he tell me I cannot enter if I don't completely believe. And that is the reason why I get left behind.
Well, you hear that, right? If you
Because
have doubts, you can't enter.
Because I didn't surrender everything. I didn't believe totally. And at that time, I felt as if he was sent to give my next chance. And I surrendered everything. And then I started to ascend again until I reached something that seemed as if it was a room. And then I jumped out of the dream.
Wow, this is very touching. It's touching very, very deep because of the fact that Archangel Gabriel came to you. He came to you because he is the final one to sound the trumpet as well as this. So that's why they send him in your vision. He is the final one. He's the one to sound the last trumpet. So but them send he to warn you if you don't believe in the things I'm teaching, you don't believe in the things that I'm telling you, or you don't believe in certain things that I'm showing you, you don't believe in certain things that are happening with you, or you don't believe in the transformation, or you don't believe in certain things that Elohim is showing you in your dreams or in your vision. If you don't believe in these things, you will not enter. If there's any doubt in your heart at all, any doubt at all, you will be left behind. I keep telling people this over and over again. If you have doubt in your heart, if you have rebellion, if you have evil, if it's an idol worshiper, if you think you're going behind my back and you're back talking me and you're saying all sort of evil thing against me, not saying that Sister Miss Baptiste is doing that, but I'm saying that other brothers and sisters who is doing that right now, and I know who they are. All right, if you consider us as your family, you consider Elohim as your family, you consider Elohim as your family, but yet still about talking us, you're talking against us, you're speaking against our back, you wanna shoot down we head, you wanna bust we head, you wanna spit on us, you wanna do all sorts of evil things against us. I'm telling you now, think twice. Think twice before you make any move against those who are righteous, those who are holy, those who are set apart for the kingdom purposes of Elohim. Think twice before you go and you bash somebody else. Like certain people on Facebook who actually talking about unmasking Archangel or Archangel Samuel, as though if they truly know who I am, all right, they have brought a curse upon themselves. And eternal damnation means that they will be in the lake of fire. So all they could continue to laugh. You know what I mean? As Ms. Baptiste bring the message straight from the throne. If you have doubts, if you hate any one of my brothers and sisters, you will not be entering into the ark. and people think it's a joke. People think it's, they think what going on around the earth is sort of a joke, and and they actually say they say a lot of people saying something wrong with Archangel Samuel. They only seen the devil, and they only seen demons, and we speaking on behalf of the devil. I am telling you all out there right now, right? I have the power to punish this whole world. I have the power to punish this whole world, because I have to do is just tell Abba to do certain things, and it will be done. As you can see, when I say an earthquake will happen, it will happen. When I say a shift coming, a shift will happen. When I say there will be an earthquake in Alaska, or there will be an earthquake in Trinidad, there will be an earthquake in Tobago, Brazil, I show you all the drawings, everything. All right, this is about trusting your creators, trusting who your creators are, and all the imitation and the what do I call them again, the imitations, the counterfeits, all the counterfeits and them who pretending that they know exactly what's going on, and they stealing predictions from me, or stealing prophecies, and turning it around in their own words. They are casting a curse upon you who listen to this rubbish, who listen to their rubbish. A matter of fact, of the turning things around that was meant for holiness, turning it around, and for the sake of worshiping idols. I keep warning you all about that. Now, when the final saturation is completed, as you hear in my earlier on live, when the final saturation is completed, Trinidad will split. It will rip apart, because the small earthquakes, then, Miss British, only then they will see that everything I was saying, it was right, because it will be too late. The moment Trinidad start to rip, that is the moment the rapture will begin to happen. That is the moment when everything will begin to happen. And as I said already, we're just days away. All right, we're just days away from that event happening. We're days away from the mega tsunami event that is going to happen between Panama City and Curacao. All right, we're days away from that happening. So everybody who wants to continue to laugh, if you want to continue to ignore what I'm saying, if you want to continue to do worship your idols, do whatever you want to do, you by all means, you continue to live how you want. Right? By all means, you do what you want. You don't listen to me. You don't want to, because you think that I am on your level. So if you want to continue to do what you want to do, you do what you want to do. By all means, I don't care what I do anymore. Right? As all I can see, the suffering that is actually going on around the earth. Like today. What's that noise? Today, Petrotrin, completely shut down. Today Petrotrin shut down, Trinidad shut down. What's going to happen to this country now? What do you think, Trinidadians and all the listening, what you think going to happen now to all you know? Excuse me. 2015, I'm warning you all about Petrotrin going and shut down. Petrotrin shut down. Petrotrin sold out. The government sold out Petrotrin already. All the customer, all the tell my mother, son, so all know my mother, all the customer, all the time, all kind of stink thing. I tell all the when all the see for themselves, all the evil things your government doing, all the kidnappings that happening in Trinidad, and kidnappings happening in Barbados, Grenada, it is infiltrated. I hope I'm saying the word. It is the word right. It is infiltrated by the shadow government. All them people you see disappearing and all kind of thing, and it's the 1% infiltrating that, the 1% influencing that. Look what happened now. All they are no Petrotrin. What's going to happen to all you know? What's going to happen to our cars? What's going to happen to the cars that are driving? Alright? What's going to happen to all they, because all they didn't listen to me. Or they didn't listen, instead of all they listen to me, all they cuss me, all they abuse me, all they plan to kill me, all they plan to assassinate me, all they plan all sort of thing. And then all they talking about, well, I get that, I get the same thing too, If you get the same thing, you would have make a difference in your family life. You would have make a difference. Because the words that I speak is from the Father. And if the Father warning you from so long, when it comes to 2015, when I tell you all that Petrotrin will be sold out, TSTT sold out, TNTEC sold out, Port Authority sold out, the airport sold out, all commercial governmental thing that was bringing in the financial money or bringing in the money for the economy. The government of Trinidad and Tobago already sold it out. The government of Grenada already sold out, folks. It's the whole frigging Caribbean islands. All not getting it all, not seeing it. Even in Tobago, they sell out the electric company. The government sell out the electric company in Tobago. They sell out WASA in Tobago. They sell out cable and wireless, sold out. I tell you, Digicel sold out. I tell you, yeah, they all sold out to the 1%. Or they don't listen to me, boy. Right? Now all they go suffer the consequences. All they will suffer the. That's why we wouldn't be here to suffer the consequences. We wouldn't be here to suffer that. And if we are here, we will be hidden from your eyes. The whole Caribbean island sold out. It's sad. It's real sad to see that I have been warning you all from a very long time, and all just keep spitting in my face. Alright, I don't care anymore. And someone messaged me last night and told me they said so it's so unfair so Elohim to judge us. It's so unfair. What I didn't know about Elohim, I let me tell you something, It's over 10 years, 10 to 12 years I teaching people about Elohim, and people just who's that? Look, I believe in Jesus. You don't come wrong effing me and thing, right? I believe in Jesus, and that's that. I believe the Bible, and that's that. All right. But when I'm telling you all about certain things happening in the country, nobody listens. Nobody cares. All go and run to all a psychic now. All right. That's what I'm telling you. It's all a psychic that caused Petrotrin to shut down. All a psychic is the ones all listening to. That's the reason why some days ago, the people in Grenville, in Sandy Grande, in Toko, the people in Saparia, the people in Saparia, Palaseco, Woodland, all these people suffer. All these people suffer these things, folks. They suffer so much that now they just give up their rights. I telling you all something. I'm gonna tell you something. All a car riot in this country. All a car riot in this country. Let me say it again. Your car riot. You know your car riot? Because when you're supposed to be rioting, when you're supposed to rise up as a family in the presence of the Most High, you wasn't doing that. You divide one. All kind of divided. The Hindus divided. The religion, Christians divided. Buddhists. This one. They all divided in different categories, Miss Butchis. They could never rise up as one. They will never rise up as one, because the enemy already divide them already. They already divided. They divided in different categories already to rise up against each other. All the car riot in this country, boy. Now petition shut down. All you go see. Now petition shut down. All you have to go back to basic, going back to the plantation lifestyle. You understand what I'm saying? You're going back because you don't want the Creator. You don't want the love of the Father. You don't want nothing to do with Elohim. And Elohim was the one who was keeping Petrotrin afloat, keeping TNTech and WASA and all these other other companies was afloat for our sake, for your sake too, so that you could provide for your family. Or they don't care about that. That is why they bulldozing houses they bulldoze some houses down Palaseco side. Or they don't open all the eyes and see, man. It's sad. It's very sad to see what the state of the country have become. I want them to continue to laugh at me, right? So if you want to continue to laugh, it's all right with me. All right, you could continue to laugh. From now until forever, you continue to laugh, but I want you to go and blame your psychics. You see the psychics and them? Go and blame your psychics. Go and blame your psychics for speaking against me, for speaking against the kingdom of Elohim, for bringing this curse upon the nation, for bringing this curse upon the Caribbean. There's nothing that you could do. There's no prayers that you could recite. No Our Father, no Lord is no shepherd, no Gita prayer, no Muslim prayer. Nothing could stop this judgment that is happening. Nothing could stop what is unfolding in the Caribbean islands, because they bring it upon themselves. Don't blame me. Don't blame me and say Archangel Samuel, he is the one who bringing judgment upon the Caribbean. He is a fool. He's a fool to even say that. That Archangel Samuel, he is the one bringing judgment upon the Caribbean. No, it's your psychics and them. Your psychics and them who you believe in, your pastors, your deacon, your evangelists, your churches, your government ministers, that is the ones that you believe in. Just imagine, Ms. Booties, people now have to take money from their pocket after you paying tax. You want to take out money from your pocket and fix the road. What the heck going on? You paying tax. I paying tax all my life. You paying tax. Where the money for fixing the road? All this fools boy. All the real foolish boy. Serious. Now the enemy walking all over like a domino effect. It's like the black and like the white and like the purple and different movements of the enemy moving through the Caribbean, and I don't see that yet. But let me warn you, let me tell you something. When this earthquake happened, I'm telling you, when this earthquake happened, there will be no more Caribbean island. There will be no more Caribbean island again. Now you see why the judgment coming upon you. Alright, now we see why the wrath of the Creator is coming upon you. Now you see for yourself. You can't blame nobody. You can't blame nobody. You can't blame me. Because I have been trying countless times to reach out to you as a people. I trying to reach out to you. Alright, I trying to warn you of certain things to come. Warn you of certain things to happen. But I just don't care. Alright, but when your psychics or your pastors and them, or the evangelists or the false prophets and them go live, or they're flooding their lives to listen lies. But when it comes to listening the truth, the real truth, the foundation of righteousness, to know the secrets of the kingdom, or to know the secrets of the fallen angels, to uncover them, to unmask them, or they want no part to do with that, or they just love evil, So be it. If all love evil, so be it. As Ms. Booties was given the vision already, as she already bring the message, right? As Archangel Gabriel told her, if there's doubt, there's no way to enter. So there's no safety on the earth. Everybody who wanna laugh, Ms. Booties, let her laugh, and I see plenty of people laughing. Or they could continue to laugh now. I don't really care. So please, by all means, continue to laugh. You can laugh, by all means, continue to laugh or you wanna laugh. Alright? I teach everything that I could have teach. I did everything I could have done.
Never felt as scared as I did in my whole entire life when I was left behind. I've never felt so scared. I couldn't imagine not being home with my family. It was so scary. And plenty people may not get that opportunity that I get. Because, you know, my creators really knew my heart. And it's not the first time that I've gotten an opportunity. I've gotten many opportunities already. So, if people think that this is a joke, it is so real that they don't know how close the hour is at hand. It is literally right there. Literally right there. You know, I was studying, well, how come other people was getting dreams and vision about the rapture and going outside the dome and being in heaven, and I wasn't getting anything, you know. And to me, I think that is what created the doubt that if I was inside the ark or not, you know. And I keep praying for me to get a sign or something so that I would know, and that was the sign. I've never had any encounter before with Archangel Gabriel, never, not even once. And he personally came and talked to me when he came the first time, and he came back to tell me what was the problem, why it is I was left behind, and actually give me the opportunity to remove all doubt, all fear. And I'm grateful that I get that opportunity. It was really scary for me. Hello?
Yes, sis, we still here. We listening. Everybody's listening. We have at least 50. We had at least 52 people listening just now.
I know people might think, well, I'm crying, and it's because.
Listen, sis. You shouldn't care if people think what people think of you. You should. The most important thing is that you relate the message to them. All right, and as I tell them already, it's just days away, so it no need to feel guilty if people laughing at you. Let them continue to laugh. If they're laughing at, if they're laughing at Yahushua, who is us, and they laugh all my life. They're laughing at me. All right, every time I tell them something going to happen, they laugh at me. But they believe the psychic. They will believe the psychic. They will believe the pastors. They believe the people who lying to them continually. They will believe the Obiaman and all. They will go by the Obiaman, and the Obiaman will tell them, you know what? All you need to do is just do X, Y, and Z, and bam, you're fixed. Right? But I'm telling you, fire coming for them. Fire. You understand? So don't need to feel shaken, sis. Say exactly what is on your heart, exactly what is in your spirit, exactly, it may be other missing pieces to the vision, and you just relax yourself, calm yourself, and eventually it will push out so that you could give an advice to everybody else, just to make things clear. I heard that Brother Julio was talking about a portal in the sky. That portal have a lot to do with your vision as well, right? That portal have a lot to do with your vision, all right? So they actually had an opportunity to see the portal open as well, all right? So it's other missing pieces there that different people get, that when we come together I can explain it, all right? But as I just explained, certain things that the vision that you are, everybody should open their eyes to this. This should be an eye opener, a complete eye opener of every single thing that going on right now throughout the earth. Not only Trinidad, it's serious, but people taking it for granted and laughing. That is why I say, woe unto all those who laughing, all those who laughing, all those who mocking, all those who scoffing, all those who continue to bad mouth against me, bad talk against me, bad talk against my brothers, my sisters, who set apart in righteousness, all of them who plotting against us. That road to Zion is not your place. You will never enter, you will never see it, you will never ever get an opportunity to even vision it. Archangel Gabriel will never come and talk to you. You understand what I'm saying? You must be walking in righteousness. You must be walking in holiness for Archangel Gabriel to come and visit you. For you to get a visitation from Archangel Gabriel, you must be walking in righteousness. So all them people and them who talking about they saw angels and they saw Gabriel and they saw Gabriel, you ain't see nothing yet. You never see Gabriel. What you see is a fiction of your imagination. Because if you live in righteous, Gabriel will tell you the righteousness. He will teach you righteousness, even in your vision. But you can tell me you had a vision. You had a vision and an angel appeared to you and tell you, Donald Trump is a chosen man of God. All you, I don't know. Stupid. They're real stupid. They're stupid to believe the devices of the enemy. Alright? Donald Trump is not part of the triune eternal family. Donald Trump is a part of the deception of the fallen angels. Alright? You ain't seen what Donald Trump destroyed in America. Alright? You ain't seen the caravan of people who came from Guatemala and entered onto the US border. You see what they do them? Spray them down with tear gas, spray them down with water, all sorts of wicked things to do them. Alright? Now this caravan is a complete deception, in a sense where George Soros, one of the elites, all right, one of the elite George Soros who taking over Facebook right now, and throw out Mark Zuckerberg. George Soros is the one who tell these people in Guatemala, leave your island and go to America. That caravan are people that left Guatemala because you talk about the volcano going on in Europe and all this kind of thing. The people them leave the islands to go other places to get solitude, and they end up going on some went to different parts of some went to Mexico. Mexico allowed them, and certain parts they went, but they went to United States, and United States turned them over to the RIS, or turn them over to ICE, turn them over to different section of the reception. So if you think that Donald Trump is a man of God, you're stupid. Alright, because you're stupid, because you can't see that Donald Trump is a part of the agenda of the New World Order. You can see that. Alright, because you know why? All are blind, all are spiritually blinded by your own motives. Because of your own motives that is being generated in your flesh by the fallen angels, your eyes is blinded by the deceptions of the things that is happening in front your eyes. So Miss Baptiste's vision should be an eye opener for everybody. That should be an eye opener to you. I know if it was a pastor talking about this, the live would have been full with people. It might have about 300 people now, huh? 300 people will have, because people have thousands. Yeah. We'll have like thousands of people would have been on the live. But as I say, as it was in the days of Noah, so it will be in the coming of Yahushua, which is already here, which is already happening. So all who want to continue to laugh, be my guest. You just laugh. By all means, laugh. Alright, so
I didn't make that up. I am telling you that you couldn't have made this up. And this happened like maybe about 4. I just got up, so it maybe happened like about after 4 minutes or 5. You know? But if people don't want to, nobody can force somebody to, you know. To me, it was a message to me in particular, you know. If people who have doubt who are on the live and they don't want to take it, well, I can't force them, but I know that I wasn't able to enter until I remove all the doubt. So they would not be able to enter either.
what is your advice for new listeners, people who are newly listening, or to your brothers and sisters out there? What is your advice to them?
That for me personally, if you don't understand everything, because my problem was that, you know, everything happened new to me and I just had to process everything at the same time. And sometimes I don't utilize you like I should, because I know sometimes you will message me, and sometimes I doesn't want to burden you with some of the things that bother me. So sometimes when you message me and ask me if I'm okay, it's not that I'm okay, but sometimes I just don't want to tell you. But you know, because I feel as if I'm bothering you, or you have plenty things to do that, you know. And You see, that how they train we in the world to be the. Like if you go to the, if you want to go to a pastor, you know, because in the world he have the authority, you'll be bothering him. But it shouldn't have been like that. I was supposed to ask for advice on things that was bothering me, or things that I didn't understand, and that is what I didn't do. And that is what created the doubt in my mind, not fully going to you to ask for explanation in something I didn't understand. I lean on my own understanding without seeking Elohim understanding, without asking you. And I just interpreted it my own way, which was wrong. And that's where the problem, or that's where the doubt did come in. And immediately when I got up, I understood or I knew what was the problem. I know what part I went wrong. And I just wanted to apologize to you because by doubting you, I doubted my creators. And that was wrong. Because I shouldn't trust anybody else other than them. I mean, for me, that is what hurt me the most. That I didn't acknowledge them with everything that I had. And it caused me to be weak spiritually. I mean, it wasn't, today I was kind of sad. I was sad because I was disappointed. I was disappointed in myself. Because I keep thinking, what if I didn't get a chance again? So even in everything, you know, they still find favor. That is still granted my opportunity again. And it reminds me how merciful it is. That I didn't give up on me, even at that time in my weakness.
People have no idea how dread the creators are, yeah? And how merciful they are at the same time. You know, it's sad. It's really sad. People just don't care to listen anymore. Like the world we in now, right? People, they just do business, you know. They do business to listen. You know, they just want things their own way. They love religion. It's sad. It's sad. It's really sad. Anybody have any other testimony that they would like to maybe to give Anybody have any other testimony that they will want to give? People who listening or something like that. We very near. All right, we're very very close into the catching away right now. We just days away. All right. Could be before the end of the year, before the end of next week, or could be before the end of next week, or before the end of the year, or the beginning of January. All right. So it's somewhere around there. Can't really give all the exact timing. All they will believe me, and plus all they will only change for that day, and then all they will go back to the dirty ways again. Can't deal with that. No, it's true. They will. It's true. It's true, Miss Butties. If you tell them, destruction going to happen tomorrow. Let me just deal with the Caribbean islands. If you tell them, okay, destruction going to happen tomorrow, everybody go get yourself ready. Everybody go be ready. Everybody go listen to me. Everybody will listen to me. They will forsake the psychics and all of them. And then they will be living right, doing things right. As soon as that day pass and nothing can happen, they're going right back. Right back. And they're going even deeper than they were before. You understand? It don't make sense telling these people going to happen. And you know exactly that is why. It's the end of the alphabet coming to the end. So I don't see why people believe the pastors and them when the pastor them tell them, well, I know A was going to happen, but I didn't want to tell her A was going to happen. Or for example, when Yogi Bear told is Yogi Bear? When Yogi when Yogi wife said Yogi wife. When Yogi wife said on the interview, she know very well that it was going to be a major earthquake. She lied. She never knew it was going to be a major earthquake. She didn't want to scare the population. That alone should open your eyes. If she was really faithful and really truthful to you as her followers, she had tell us straight up, hey, it's going to be a devastating.
And then I say, if the person you serve gave you a message to give people, why it is you don't want to tell people the extent that it? I was like, that's the best story she could have come up with. That was real stupid. Because it come like you disobey your creator because they gave you a message to tell people. So you could have seen she was like fishing in that interview, like she didn't sure what to say, or she was kind of fishing all over the place, really, So to me, if you get a message to warn somebody, like what do you do, Brother Shai? I mean, if people want to hold it, they hold it. If they don't want to hold it, but you telling it as it is. You understand? And we know that we'll have some who will hold it and some who wouldn't. You understand? So you know that it could be is only the truth. Because it's not to say like you're sugarcoating it to suit everybody. And to me, that is what they've been doing. If she go by the Christians, them she talk or pertaining to something Christianity. If she go by those who worship in Hinduism, she talk based upon Hinduism. And so is your back and forth. Is really true when they say a man could never serve two masters. You understand? So she just going back and forth. Whichever side she on, she talk on that side. You know the saying in Trinidad, when you're in Rome, you do like the Romans. That is what she's doing. When she's in Rome, she's doing just like the Romans. So to me, it's like, really, really stupid. But what even more stupid is that people still holding on to this even after all these things unfolding. Still holding on to her. I mean, it's undeniable.
True.
Nobody could say that. Yeah, bro, go ahead.
Nobody could say that there wasn't one. They wasn't given an opportunity. They wasn't given a chance.
No.
Even in Indonesia and all. Even in Indonesia, people not listening. People don't care. Like I did post something in a group in Indonesia, a earthquake group. Somebody tell me I'm stupid. Just so. You stupid. Who more stupid?
You see, people they want you to tell them what them want to hear.
Yeah, they don't want to hear nothing about. They want to hear nothing about destruction. All right, like somebody else telling me. Somebody else telling me. They say so. Why you shouldn't want the earth destroyed because we didn't get a chance to even live yet. But you talking about the earth being destroyed, not because the earth they say Archangel Samuel, not because you want the earth to be destroyed, it should be destroyed, enough.
But I
find
know
that
your
unfair. Exactly. I when they ask wrong people, that is not my will. I don't even have the power to stop the destruction. I am not the creators. I work on behalf of them. It's truth. I have rights in certain things that they do, certain decisions that they make. I have a say in it. It's true, but I can't demand them. All right, Abba, you need to do this. Mama, you need to do this. Lord Yahushua, you need to cancel this. I can't do that, folks. I'm not above the creator, so please don't message me with bullshit now. All right, don't message me and tell me well why ain't stop it from happening and I can't stop it from happening when you ask wrong and tell the boy. I real madness. I know my portfolio.
You know, at first, when I did here before we reconnected again,
Yeah.
I wanted to know well why all these things happening, but after watching the lives and you explaining about now, I was open in certain things in the sense that I know it had a lot of evil going wrong, you know. A lot of things used to aggravate me or get me angry. I used to say, well, how people could just take them things just so boy, you know, and people just moving normal, and if somebody do something, I go feel like if it's me now. And then as time go along and I watching the lives, I understood why it is the creators would want to destroy the earth. You know? So it wasn't like that my life I want to live it, you know, that kind of a way.
Yeah, yeah.
After when you hear how the time Abba Yahuwah came on the live, and when you hear the hurt in his voice, how he was, you know, to know you created something and they don't even give you the glory even after they hear the truth. They just reject you. They just hear it and they just continue moving like normal. You know, they don't even desire to want to know you or want to know more about you. You know, and it was so hurtful that everything we have was given to us by them, and yet still we choose wasn't to acknowledge, you know, we creators. And to me, I could understand why they would want to destroy the earth. I mean, it don't have anything good on the earth again. Let me be honest. We just like a handful in the whole earth, just like a, you know, like a dot. You know, Trinidad is a dot on the map, they say. We just like a dot because the earth is so filthy with, you know, with so much a wrong thing that now the wrong thing is the right thing and the right thing is the wrong thing. Now when you talk about being righteous or you talk about wanting to be holy or desire to be holy, people watching you strange like, what? Like if you know, because in the mind they already created a form of godliness or how them think the standard ought to be, you know, and it's like you're telling people it over and over and they just like bypassing. That's why today I post up, people could just delete me from off the page. And actually I'm thinking about deleting them and opening a whole new page and just have my family alone in it. Just my family from Elohim alone. Because I have so much of people on my page, yet still people don't even take the opportunity to go and read something that I post about, you know. They will bypass that straight. But let me post up anything that is godly or in this world, I will get so much I like, so much I comment. So it means they deliberately bypassing all my posts about my creators then. You know, that is what it means. Because if I post up a picture now with me, they would like, they would comment on that. But if I post up a picture with Elohim, you know, they would never ask me anything about, well, what I would mean.
They're
Or
not
who is that?
interested.
Or, you know what I mean?
They're interested in your
No.
flesh. They're interested in you. All right. That is why people. I'd already post a picture with my life, my business, or post a picture with me. Sometimes I might post up a little picture because I want people to know I's a real, you know, I's a real thing. I's a real deal. I not hiding behind a friggin' fake profile, as people saying. That person that they see as the profile pic, it is me. It is I. I don't fake. I'm not a fake, and I know I am not going and hide behind a profile to tell you, hey, you're gonna be destroyed. I'm telling you one time I'm telling you, all right. So I'm not going on live TV like Yogi wife, and then tell people, well, I know it would be a bigger, I know it would be a bigger one, but I didn't want to scare the people. Hey, that's bullshit, right? That's bullshit. If you are given a message, and if you call yourself a so-called messenger, right, you're supposed to relate to the people just as the way as the Father relate to you. If Yahuwah said,
but
10.1 gonna happen, tell them exactly at 10.1. Those say, well, smaller earthquakes will happen, and don't wait for me to put out a prophecy. Then you run and change around the words into your own word because you're looking for fame. All right.
The thing was, to me, that got me so upset is when she posted that when she was talking and saying that how she got the vision and how she saw whichever mother it was, I didn't pay much attention, and how she went to hug her, but she was so busy protecting, she trained from all this danger that she had no time to hug her. And I like, what the fuck she talking about, boy? I mean, it sounds so stupid.
God.
That this thing get me so upset, and I like, way people buying this shit for real, boy. I mean, it sound like if I wonder what to go and say, boy. Look, I going and swing it today, yes? You know, you never come prepared. Like you're going and give a speech, but you just jot down a few points where you wanted to give, but they end up asking you a question in between the speech. So that question catch you off guard, so you just make up something on the spot. That is how that interview sounded to me.
Yeah.
Real makeup, real, you know?
How this one song says, all of a sudden she was watching television, all of a sudden a cardboard.
And it to the sack.
It's a madman world we live in, yes, I tell you, she need a psychiatric
Yeah,
checkup.
I mean, she's
A
not
real
even
madness, boy.
original. She's a
Oh,
carbon
gosh.
copy.
Yeah, boy.
You know?
Oh gosh. How she go say that, boy? How she go say a cardboard box appear before she? This is madness. She see a cardboard box appear, the TV become like a cardboard box, and all of a sudden, she does see buildings just sort of sway side to side. You're lying. You're lying. You see buildings swaying side to side. I talking about the earthquake. This earthquake for Trinidad, the earthquake passed on 21st. I speak about that days before. One about it. Even in my recent live, you hear me talk about it. And I tell you the date that it was on. Alright? It was just 3 days before the 21st, and I speak about it. How they ask, I don't understand. Alright? and then now it's at people now who was watching my live. They went back and they sent my link. I understand that is Ryan Saz. He sent my link to Devi and to Ragu and tell them check me out. So when he tell them check me out, what do you think happened?
Oh, it was that guy. It was that guy who.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, is he Ryan Saz? But he turn against me now, Miss Batiste. He against me now. Cause we blast.
Yeah, but that's
the
the
last
enemy.
live.
Yeah, he can't take blast.
He was so freaking mad. He messaged me in my inbox and say and say we's mad people and thing. But I discuss, right?
Yeah, he get blazed off that life. I never see him return again. You know, maybe he created a new profile.
I think so. I think he created a new profile. I tell you, we're living in a mad world, yes. So you tell me why Elohim shouldn't destroy this ungodly world? Talking about you ain't start to live yet? Who the hell you think you is? You ain't start to live yet. So why Elohim should destroy the world? And Archangel Samuel, why you calling judgment on Trinidad? Why you calling judgment on the Caribbean Islands? You understand? Yeah.
Bro, I reached out
But we will see who's a psychic.
all
see
to
who's
my
psychic and who's
in-laws
psychopath.
quite in Grenada, and they listen when I talk about it, and they just ignored me, you know.
That is it, yes.
So until I deleted them off my Facebook account today.
It's
Because
sad.
they
It's real sad.
purposely now posting things about Jesus because
Against
I
you.
tell them that Jesus is an
Yeah.
idol.
Yeah, well, you know what I mean. They stand to strike the ego now. You know, when they start to strike the ego, that has happened. You know, they're striking the ego day. So other people who operate in the ego, in the egoistic realm of stupidity.
I delete them, so it
Oh.
doesn't make sense. Some things just aren't even worth my energy anymore. So I just deleted them. Yeah, and there's many more deletes to come too, because half of them not contributing anything.
That goes to my friends too. All those are odd. Note that you will be deleted soon. Don't worry. You will be deleted soon off my flying page. You understand? You know, Brother Julio, they also had visions, and I ain't seen them on the live. I don't know if he's sleeping. Maybe they're sleeping now.
Yeah, because it's like 4 hours in advance, so
Yeah,
it's
then
probably
maybe-
like about 2 o'clock or something in the morning by them.
Yeah, he may be sleeping now, but they had visions of seeing. They saw a portal open too in San Eustatius. They saw it. Julio daughter, right, Sharissa, she see it. She saw the portal open. So that and all states that your vision is a direct communication to the kingdom, direct communication to Elohim. Because Gabriel will just come and talk to you just so, unless if Elohim send him.
Wow.
Because if Elohim don't send an angel, they don't come on their own free will and talk to you. You see what people learn about the angels on the earth is complete rubbish. You can't command an angel to bless you. Blessing don't come
Nah,
from
that's
angels.
rubbish. That's rubbish.
Blessings come from the Most High. Yes, rubbish. It's to push the agenda. The agenda
That I
of
sure about.
filling the
That
pocket.
one I know.
Talk
No,
about
no.
angels will visit us today. Angels will visit the church, and I see an angel so, and I see an angel there. Imagination, you know. Imagination. I know that's
Bro, it's a privilege if you have an encounter with an angel. I mean, that doesn't happen just like that. It doesn't happen like that. That doesn't happen like that. I was surprised. And usually, what I do remember though now, bro, is that I'm asking more questions in my dream. I'm asking, I'm asking more questions. I'm more alert now in my spirit than I was before. So I'm asking more questions.
Yeah, the ask question.
So that was good. Because I felt really comfortable with him. I mean, he was a really handsome guy, eh? He was really, really handsome. Nice tie, suit. I didn't even pay attention to the other two angels behind, and I felt really safe. And I just wanted to know which one he was, because I know it have so much now, But I didn't think that he would have said Gabriel. That was the last person I was thinking of. He was the last angel I would have think coming.
At least you get opportunity to meet Gabriel personally. A lot of people don't get an opportunity. Hey guys, if I was fake, Gabriel would never come and see you.
And I didn't see any wings or anything. They were in suits. They weren't in. They didn't have on the wings or anything. But I knew it was that time when I saw them appear. Immediately I knew it.
Immediately
it was that time.
So
I didn't have any question about, you know. Immediately I asked him, so is that time, right? It really happening, you know. Immediately, like how I would talk normal to you all, immediately I asked him, so is that time, right? So it really happening, you know? Immediately I asked him that.
And
I knew immediately what was taking place.
And he answered,
when
right?
I saw them. Yeah. He said, yeah, they sent me for you.
Papa.
Immediately he answered. And he stretched out his hand and he took my hand. And I mean, wow. I mean, I thought I real angel. I mean, wow. It wasn't scary or anything. I felt really safe. Really, really safe. So this is real. There's nobody can make up this.
No
there's not no make believe. Nobody can make up, but you know, because they remove the name from us and have so much fiction in TV and all kind of thing, you might find, well, that's something like a TV show. That is why the agenda with the TV was created, so that you wouldn't think when somebody come and speak to you about something like this, you wouldn't think it real, because you'll say, that's some like thing from the TV, man, you know? So you think, well, nah, that can't be real because it's something fictional to you. But I literally was crying in my sleep. That's what I felt. Nobody could have told me that I was fake. I felt that in my core. Nobody couldn't have told me that. Well, I wouldn't come and lie about something like this. It was too personal to me to even lie about it, you know. And I keep saying that my desire really is that if I could reach out to one person, or one person who could find salvation in Elohim, one person's self, that to me that would be good. If one person, even if everybody who, when I share, even if everybody don't listen, and one person I could reach out to, I mean it better than none. And that desire, that, you know, I was feeling as if I was praying, but I wasn't really praying in depth like I was supposed to pray. I just praying basic, right? Like, you know, I get up and I just thank them for watching over me through the night, or you know what I mean? And I wasn't really praying in depth. And
but you need to pray in depth now.
Today I understood what was really required of me. I didn't understand it before in depth then, but today I understood. You know, lately I wasn't feeling like joyful, you know, and then today it felt different, something renewed, you know. That is how I felt. And I realized that I needed to not check how long I'm praying, or not time myself, to just talk, just, you know. And I was talking to one of the sisters today, and she was telling me, you don't always have to kneel down and pray, or you could go in the back of your yard, you could stand up, you could raise up your hands, you know.
Communication.
The only,
They just want
the only
they just
thing,
want your communication, your love, you know. They just want
the
you
only
to
thing I could do today, bro, was cry. There wasn't, I didn't have words. I wasn't crying because I was sad enough. I was crying because I know how much opportunity I had gotten before. That is why I was crying. And I mean, that dream I told you I had where I put the child back in the forest, that dream immediately came to me. And I keep thinking, well, how much times I come on this earth? I mean, I keep wondering that question now, you know? And how much times I come here, boy? And today was just, couldn't, every little thing was emotional for me. Today. Everything. If I just remember something, or, you know, it was just emotional. Just them finding favor alone. Even knowing that I didn't do everything I was supposed to do. Everything that was required of me, you know, because keeping Shabbat wasn't enough, or it wasn't all that was required of me. And you know, I thought, well, okay, I keep Shabbat, seclude myself from people, remove, but you know, and bro, I never used to call on Jesus, like maybe more than 2 years. And you know, the devil so busy that sometimes in my thoughts Jesus coming across when I never used to call on this name. In my very thoughts, you understand? Jesus running across my mind by saying, but I don't call on this name, so why this will run across my mind? And it's a constant battle with my flesh and my spirit in that aspect, you know? And I realize now that I have to kind of lessen down. I say it already, on this Facebook. I have to kind of lessen down on it. Because sometimes I be browsing too much on Facebook, just going through idle things, or lesson down on TV. And that time that I would have take to do that, I've taken that time to pray. So me now it's like, I thought, well, you always have to be routine. That I always have to kneel down to pray, or you know.
That should have.
But I didn't know that, you know, that I didn't have to kneel down, or you know. I thought, well, you only pray morning, noon, night, or if something happens, or if you're going somewhere, or you know. And then when the sister spoke to me today, and when she told me that, I said, well, okay, then I remember that, you know, in everything to acknowledge them, meaning in throughout my whole day. If I'm going to brush my teeth, if I'm walking, if I'm working, to just talk with them. It don't have to be a special occasion. It's just for guidance, to ask them if you want me to do this, or if this is the right thing I do, you know, if this is not the right thing, or you know. But I mean, the time is really, really near. And for those who have eyes, we know it. And for people who think it is a joke, I mean, who laugh last will laugh the best, right?
That's right.
So most try to get the last laugh. But I mean,
right. And as I said already, we go be in front row seat. We go be watching them suffer.
I really hope that some people wake up and realize that, you know, they're saying it, you know. They're saying, yeah, we living in the last days, but they don't want the last day to be tomorrow, eh? They're saying, yeah, we living in the last days, but if they could get a couple more years out of it, you know, they want that couple more years now. People not really preparing themselves or don't really want to believe that what we was taught was rubbish. People refuse to believe that. When the evidence is there that the whole system, the whole world is corrupt. You see it every single day. Imagine homosexuality is somebody being gay is something glorified now. It's like normal. Long time, I mean, I don't know if that people gay, but that was, people couldn't be gay a long time.
For
You
real,
know what
our
I mean?
school days,
That was
our
like,
school days, they didn't have that.
excuse me, that is against the law, you know,
The
and
land, yeah.
back then people had morals. People
True.
had it was different, you know. Something happened today, eh? So while I was out selling today, these two boys who came by, who just come and buy by me, they got in an altercation with some other boys. So right in front of me, so I break up the fight. And it's to show you how the devil's so busy, eh?
Just so, eh? Just so they will just fight each other. That's what I was explaining earlier on. There is no love in this country. There's no love in the world.
And I'm talking about young boys, you know, they ain't over 10 years yet, you know. Young boys. And it's a group of them. So the boy finishing by me, but the other group now walk up the road to the road where they try not to walk inside and stand up there waiting for them to finish off this fight, you know. And while I stand up there, I realized, well, the boys them waiting. So I started to walk up the road now. And they going down in the road with a figure, well, I can't see, and time I come upon them is who cussing and who thinking. I talk about talking like big man, eh? Now, one of the little boys, I know him personally. So I told him, I said, well, you go home, you know? And the other boy there, he younger than them, but he's getting on in this way as if he is the adult and I am the child now. You know? And nobody, I'm not saying sorry, you know. I say, well, I wouldn't tell you to say sorry because you're a big man. You know? I am telling the little child who I know. Because I don't understand what a child under 10 years doing with a group of boys out the road that hour in the night. I don't understand. And there was a neighbor, he came outside and break up the fight too and tell them all you go to all your home, you know. And we stood there talking and he saying, what happened to the generation now? That long time, you could not have been out on the road before dark fall, eh? That was no joke. If you going somewhere, you have to go with your cousins and them. You can't be walking the road by yourself. My mother never used to let me go out in no night. Going out in the night was for big people. Right? It had nothing like that. Before June 4, you had to be home. You know, and now I see a lot of young fellas walking the road, and where's your parents? I mean, you're just leaving it trying to do anything. I mean, and it's just sad to see where the generation is now. That them trying to stand up and curse me because they have no respect for me who is an elder to them, you know? And it's really, really disappointing. Really disappointing to know which part we was before and which part we is now. And it's because of our lack of the creators in our life. It is evidence every day that because we had no fear for God or no fear for Yah or we creators, that we feel we could do anything we want because we feel we own here. And I see that evidence every single day, that because we don't know our creators, the family structure is broken down. It doesn't exist anymore. There's no value in it. It's like it just how you're trying doing, you know?
Whatever they want.
Yeah, it's really sad, bro. It's really, really, really sad. I mean, with all the creators, we's nothing, you know. And people don't know how mighty and how powerful the God that we serve, Elohim, is. That he could destroy everything, if he wanted in a one, that if he decide that we not to get up, that we wouldn't get up. And I don't think people understand the gravity and how important that is. People think that the strength we have come from we self or we ancestors, or if I didn't do this, you know, and that's bullshit. Because no strength, nothing we have is from we own. Everything that we have is from our creators. There's no denying that. The very sky is evidence side. Everything that is around us. How a man could say don't have a creator when they watch every single thing have purpose, everything in sync, everything with design. How you could think that they don't have a creator when you watch all that? I mean, only the man who is a fool will really say anyhow that they don't have no creator.
True.
I mean, when you watch and you see everything with such purpose, how you could think that they don't have a creator? I mean, I don't know, boy. As for me, I can't say that. There's too much evidence and there's too much things that have happened to me that I can't say that it don't have a creator. Probably is a personal experience, eh?
Yeah,
but for
personal
me,
experience, yeah.
I can't say that. If I was to say that, I would be lying. So bro, anybody else wanna call in, and anybody else wanna bro Shy and I don't want to just talk the night out. If anybody wanna call in, I guess they could call in.
Exactly. If anybody wanna call in, as Betty says, anybody could call in as well. Call in with your questions. Call in with your testimony. Call in, you know. Kind of again wary, telling people
I wanted to know though.
Calling. Mm-hmm.
I had a question that I wanted to know. Well, two questions actually. One of them is if Abba Yahuwah and Mother Imaya, they would then become elders. If that means the 24 elders will now go up to 26, or will 2 elders retire?
No, that actually means that Mama and Papa will be the elders in Yahushua kingdom now. Understand?
Okay.
So there will be, let me say, a new generation of elders. Because remember,
wow.
Abba and Mama, them already had a kingdom, right? But they will be the overseer of Yahushua's kingdom.
His new kingdom.
To direct him, yeah, exactly. His new kingdom. I'm feeling so excited just talking about it. Say, wow.
Will you become an elder?
Soon, yes, I will.
I had a feeling.
My days on the battlefield coming to an end, man.
I had a feeling that you would become an elder in Yahushua's kingdom.
Yeah, eventually I'll become an elder, yeah. Nobody never asked me that before, but it's true.
Well, most messengers, I believe, become elders, right?
Some of them get the opportunity to become an elder. When they become an elder, the responsibility becomes even more, because now you have responsibility to direct the Creator.
So,
on making certain decisions.
Yahushua would be the one to choose how much elders it would have in his kingdom.
It will have 12.
12, okay. So, how will the vacancy be filled? Will it be chosen by the commanders here, or?
Yes.
I mean, will Elohim choose the commanders, or if, I don't know.
Yes, Elohim will choose the commanders for specific positions, and when we transform, we enter into the New Jerusalem, the positions given here will be the positions given there. So you will be
Yes.
automatically assigned that position immediately.
Okay. Okay. So there'll be 12 elders.
Yeah. They
So
will
then,
travel those.
yeah, King Yahushua will have to choose 10 more elders because it's already known that Mama and Papa would be two of the elders.
That's right. Exactly.
Okay.
So that's what I was explaining to everybody, that Mama and Papa, their parents is the elders for their kingdom as well. That makes up the 24 elders.
Okay, so every kingdom, the parents is the elders in the
Yes.
kingdom.
The parents is the elders of the kingdom of their children. When their children is ready and responsible to be creators, that is what happens. So it's a
But
it's a
that
sort
would
of
make sense.
generational sequence of things happen. Yahushua and his bride will bring forth a son, and his son will rule as king. So it's the same thing going on, will be happening over
Yes,
and over,
it does.
same cycle, happening over and over again.
I understand. That is why they hold the elders in such high esteem, because they have wisdom from ruling previously.
Yes.
Okay.
Exactly.
I understand.
People like
Wow,
Enoch,
that's very,
people like Enoch,
very
Enoch,
interesting.
Abraham. Abraham is an elder in heaven where Abba is. Remember, the kingdom, the New Jerusalem, it is not established fully yet.
No, just
We're still here. When we transform and we go there, it will be fully established.
into the marriage
Uh,
supper of the Lamb.
That's right.
Then it would be established.
That's right. So on the marriage supper of the Lamb, on the day of the marriage supper of the Lamb, then Abba will pass on his
The
keys, so to
crown,
speak. The
the
crown.
title.
Oh, you understand?
Yes.
Yes, Abba passed on his crown to Yahushua,
Yes.
his
I
kingship,
do.
right?
Yes, I do.
But Yahuwah will still have power. Because
Yes, he would.
He's the creator, right? He will still have
He
power.
would give advice.
Yes. But he given his son the
And-
opportunity to be his own creator.
Yes.
Right. You know, it's like it's similar like what going on the earth, like, you know, your parents will give you an opportunity to have your own home next door to them, so that you will, you know how to keep responsibility.
And if something go wrong, you go to your mother and
If
ask you
something go
for
wrong, you can say,
little
"Boy, mommy,"
advice,
and say,
marital
"Mommy, give me some
advice
cigar now."
about how to.
You know?
I understand.
Yeah, mommy give me some cigar, mommy give me
Well,
a
I
little
mean-
milk now.
Well, I mean,
You know what I mean?
You know, yeah, you ask your mother for advice, you know,
Yeah.
and she'll tell you, well, make sure and cook every day, and you have to wash the person's clothes, and you can't just have the place nasty, and you know, your mother would give you that kind of
That's-
advice now,
Ah,
because that is what was passed down
That's
to
how
her
Mama
from
chastised us.
generation.
That's right. That's how Mama chastise her children. Just the same way, to make sure you keep the place clean. Make sure, make sure you be a good wife or a good husband. Make sure you be, a good commander. Make sure you be respectable to those who in authority over you. But make sure make sure you be respectable to the ones who have authority over authority.
Everything.
In sense that, make sure you have the authority, to command certain things, and make sure you have that respect for your creators as well. Right? Don't respect your enemies. Right? Don't respect your enemies. Respect your creators, because it's your creators at the end of the day who, at the end of the day, you will have to respect.
I understand how I have more understanding now how things is.
You live
So no,
yeah,
nobody wants to call in then.
I think
I'm just
people
asking.
always scared to call in. Just be already with them. People always scared to call in. All right. If anybody wants to call in, Do so, Colleen. I don't understand this, you know. You gotta tell people to call in on the psychics page or on the pastor. Them calling, you know, them desperate, they're thirsty for a word from God, you know. They're thirsty, you know, but they're thirsty for the ancient truth. It's sad.
So, bro, King Yahushua and his bride, which will become the new Holy Spirit, they would choose what type of creatures or what type of world they would create.
Yeah.
It doesn't have to be humans like us. It could be...
No, it will be humans. It will be humans like us. It will be.
Okay.
But that won't happen right away.
I know,
That will happen
I know.
during the 1,000 millennia year timing. It will be a long time. Right? It will
So,
be 1,000
the
millennia
purpose
year
is really for us to worship our creators only.
Right. Yes.
Is that our purpose?
Worship our creators.
To acknowledge them in,
Yes.
in everything that we're doing, to worship
Acknowledge
them,
them in righteousness.
and glorify them only.
Yeah. Only. Don't glorify idols. Don't glorify yourself. Don't glorify your husband. Don't glorify your children. Don't glorify your dog. Don't glorify your money you have in the bank. Don't glorify anything like that, because it could be taken away from you in the snap of a finger.
Okay. So, okay, somebody calling. So is it the purpose of the devil is to tempt us into earthly things, to see who we would choose, if we would choose the creator or if we would choose earthly things? Is it that?
Yes, that.
Okay. Okay, I got it now. So it's ready.
One question here. Like, would you sleeping in dreamland or normally that come on the live?
Sir.
Shalom.
Shalom. Shalom,
Hi.
Shalom, Sis Baptist. Shalom. Shalom, Brother Marvin.
Shalom, sis. Well, I know maybe I
Hello.
have 1 million questions, sis. So go ahead.
Yes. Yes, I do have questions. I have this. I've been having this visions about fire. Is that going to happen?
Yes, that is going to happen. That will be from the Mayan volcano.
Okay.
I think the Mayan volcano.
I can actually hear it right now, and people are like crying and
that will be from the Mayan volcano. So
ah,
I'm not
I
hearing it
see.
because there's a background going on there.
That's all I can ask right now. Maybe later I will try to call in again.
Okay, sis, thanks for calling in.
Yes, bro.
Any more questions, just let us know.
That's all I can ask right now. Maybe later I will try to call in again.
Alright, yeah, Miss Batish. Kim? Miss Batish?
Yeah.
I didn't hear anything Kim was saying because she have the background music very loud and I can't hear nothing she's saying.
Sister Kim was asking, she keeps getting dreams with fire. Is that going to happen?
Yes.
And then you told her yes.
I told her about the Mayan volcano in the Philippines because she's calling from the Philippines.
she said that she'll have to call you back because I don't know if she's not hearing it, but there was an echo in her background I was hearing. After she speak a little while after, then you would hear the echo repeating what she was saying.
Interesting. At least Kim calling and other people ain't calling in. Because they're scared. I don't know why all are scared for. The day will come when all want to call in and all can't call in because there will be no Facebook to communicate to.
And that
And that
will
coming
be
just
gone.
now. Yeah, we'll be gone from here just now.
I think Sister Kim is on the line still, you know.
Nah, she not there.
Anybody else? And there was a question.
Wait. The question.
Roshai?
Human experience. Sister Coco was saying this human experience test has been very very hard when your heart desires to be true to the will of Elohim. Yes, sister, it's true.
What she said?
She speaks about the human experience now. You know, the human experience that you're going through right now has been very hard when your heart desires to be true to the will of Elohim.
Yeah. At that point, everything keeps coming at you and you're wondering, well, all the time I ain't getting all these things, but all of a sudden, you know, that's how you know that, yeah, you're on the right path. Because the devil wouldn't throw things at you if you wasn't on the right path.
True. Yes, that's true.
He would have want you to continue going, but because your desire is to seek truth or to know your creators, that is the reason why he would put all kind of things in your path to hinder you or to tire you out so that you wouldn't achieve even, you know. And there was a time then when I told you all that they know who we are before we had even known who
Yes,
we were.
that's right. They know.
So they would continue, you know. That's why some people would experience a lot of things when they were younger, or, you know, me in particular, I can only speak about myself. That was one of the reasons why I had felt, there are times I said when I had thought about killing myself. There were times when I'd gotten so depressed, didn't want to be here again, when I felt as if, well, why is only me? Oh God! You know, that way, you know. And you see, he did not wanted me to know the truth about my creator, because then he know if I give my all, there will be no turning back. So his desire was not for me to know, you know, but the will of our creator is greater than anything, because they put that desire in my heart that me to seek after them, because I kept asking certain questions that just wasn't making any sense in no religion. It just wasn't making any sense. Religion was not making sense. And if I had not, you know, sometimes I think that we experience certain things so that we could help people along the way who going through the same things, you know. And I think that was one of the reasons. If I had not gone to Catholic school, I would not have been in Catholic church, and I would not have seen that priest kiss the foot of that statue, and I would not have started to question everything that I have learned. So, you know, sometimes today I was thinking that it isn't our timing, you know. It's really when our creator say is that time. You know, we might think that, and that was one of the problems that I have. I don't have patience I get aggravated very easily, you know. And peradventure for me, I didn't find things was moving fast enough. But this isn't about me. It isn't about my will. It isn't about what I want. It is about them. Something that they created, that they are able to destroy anytime that they want. And the reason why I was thinking that way is because of my flesh, my selfishness, thinking about myself, you know. And today I decided that, you know, Yahuwah, your will be done. Anything that you desire, let it be done. Let me be always obedient to anything that you say, because obedience is really the key. Because you know, I could gather all this knowledge and still do the wrong thing. It's about trusting. It's about trusting your Creator even at times when you don't understand, you know. And to me, it's really about trust. So put your life, your soul, your heart, everything into everything that they have commanded that we do, without thinking twice if to do it or not. Just because you know your Creator said to do that, it's about doing that. It isn't about thinking how I gonna look or what to say, or you know. It's about just doing. Because the time for thinking, or the time for we to that season done pass already. Ain't no season for that again.
That's right.
It's about total obedience now. There's no season for us to think twice, you know. And there's something that keep going through my mind. And every time, if I doubt anything before, I keep hearing something, and Mother Maya probably saying that you can't be lukewarm. It's either you're hot or you're cold.
For
you
real.
know?
Yeah, for real. Yeah.
And I only understood that completely when I had that dream this morning. Exactly what it meant. That is either, if I declare it with my lips, it must be in my heart as well. It can't be on my lips only. You know? And for me, it's about being obedient, even when I don't understand the reason carnally. You know, because we don't operate in this realm, so it wouldn't seem normal.
It's true.
In this realm.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
But you remember, we're not physical. We are spiritual beings having a physical experience.
True.
But we're not physical. So if we was to think beyond being physical, then we will understand exactly that it is the perfect will of our creators. Just to obey them, to trust them, you know, because it's by no accident that I come across this life. There's nothing as coincidence to me anymore. I don't believe in coincidences. You know? There was a reason for me coming across and hearing this truth. And as Brother Shai say, the amount of times that I was reincarnated and come back, this was the last time. It had no next chance after this. You understand? So they needed something to catch my attention. And what I was feeling with the earth keep moving and things, that caught my attention to seek deeper for what I wanted. I could have just listened live and then continue like everybody else. But that wasn't the desire. The creators, they know my purpose, although I may not know it, or may not fully understand what it is. You know? They know what them want me to do. And I just had to seek them in spirit and in truth. I just had to pray. I just had to ask them, and it will be revealed to me. Or if it's not revealed to me in a dream, it would be sent by whether it be a messenger or, you know, somebody in my family. I mean, this family, in the family of Elohim, somebody would get that message to send to bring to me. There's no, you know, I mean, when I was going to church at those times, if I could have glorified Jesus, why I can't glorify my Creator same way and more? There's no shame. Sometimes I put on my phone and I turn my music straight up and have my song playing where, you know, I love that song where you was praying earlier, Brother Shai. I will worship you in spirit and in truth. I love that song, you know, and I don't care if people be watching me, because when they're playing all the vulgar music, nobody don't be watching them. Nobody can tell me why I could play from why I can't play, you know. And I live right by the main road there.
Some people are,
So, you know, they be watching me real strange. But I mean, it isn't about them. You see, people would think you're going crazy, think you're going... My husband asked me a time if I was going mad. Honestly. You understand? Because, you see, this isn't like anything that we were taught before. So it would appear strange to people, because it is outside of the box or the triangle that they put us in, you know? So, they mean, I put all in a box and all they shouldn't think like a rectangle or like a triangle, you know? When I talk about the box, I talk about the system. This system we live in Babylonian system. Right? So anything outside of that box would have put us in. It's strange. So me personally, I am going to be obedient, and I am going to do everything in my power to do the right thing, to always acknowledge my creators. And that is what it is about for me. I mean, I don't know if I will do everything correct, but I know I will give it my best. I know I will try to do everything how I'm supposed to. Whether it, you know, and if I'm doing something wrong, Mother Maya might tell me, or Brother Shai them will tell me I'm doing something wrong, or, you know, and it's no shame in taking correction. There's no shame in that. Because we don't know everything. So if somebody correct us and tell us, no, well, you're going about this the wrong way, I don't see how that could be something negative. Unless you don't like righteousness. Because if I doing something wrong and my brother or sister see I doing the wrong thing and we consider ourselves as a family, I expect that they tell me I doing the wrong thing.
Exactly.
I don't expect them to leave me to do the wrong thing. That's not showing true love. I expect that they want me to do the right thing too, you know? And you see, once you look at it as it's correction and love, it isn't really a problem. Only the world will hire thinking, well, no, that person shouldn't tell you nothing, or, you know? That's a worldly thought. That is not of the Father, not of the Creator.
So all of them who are pretending to show love and pretending to love us, as I was saying earlier on, all those who pretending to be following us, we go see when that day come and the ark shut your ass out and you're outside of the ark. Then we will see all who was blowing smoke and all who was you know, showing laughy face.
People will be screaming. There will be people who don't know what to do. They'll be so frantic, eh? Anyway, they wouldn't even have time to be frantic, because it could just happen sudden that they ain't get no chance to do anything.
And people, and the thing what happened to people just have minutes. It could just be minutes. When the tsunami happen, they could be coming in real fast.
No, but that time they'll be sleeping.
Yeah, exactly.
It's only the people who out partying might be up, but
And die.
people will be sleeping normal.
Yes. That is when the temper it will gonna happen. It's gonna happen when Trinidadians.
Yeah, they're gonna be sleeping, planning to get up the next day. People will be going about planning to go to work the next day like normal. Who planning to shop?
Like normal,
who planning to
marry,
thief more? Who planning to do wickedness?
Yeah.
And they're gonna be thinking of all these dreams to do tomorrow. And that time, death done hovering over the house already. That they would even say no. It would be in a sleep, in sun gone.
Come in the house. That's what he said. Come in. It come in when they're friggin' sleeping. That's when it come in.
Yeah, so they won't get chance to even, you know.
That earthquake that earlier on hit Alaska. It happened when they were sleeping, you know.
You see that road?
Wow.
That tectonic plate pull. There is no doubt about that. You see that road? The whole road just, whoa. That thing just collapsed, just came right in. You sweat and nothing.
And that's a high road, you know. I pull out the plate and it drop, bang. Yeah, he pull out the plate, pull it out.
I see a car land right in the middle of the whole destruction and he just parked right there.
Yeah, watch now. They was driving and that's a highway, you know.
Yes. Oh my gosh. And people calling, pray for us and keep us in your prayers. Oh, bullshit. And I like, and maybe I should have copy and paste one of your prophecies to them.
Yeah, you can do that as well.
Yeah. That earthquake was, and they said 7 point something. That was 8 point something.
Yeah, that was like a 8.1.
Yeah, they say 7 point something, but that don't look like a 7.
Always downgrading it. You know they're always downgrading it.
Not that destruction I see. That can never be a 7. That thing like paper when you take it and crumple it up in your hand. That thing just look like a crumple of paper and bring it back out.
Yeah, they're all crumpled up bad.
And imagine that is not no big destruction yet. So you can imagine when destruction, the final stages really happen, how it wouldn't have no islands, it wouldn't have nothing, it just, people wouldn't even live to see it.
It will be beer.
Bridges will collapse into ocean. There wouldn't be nothing. Wow.
I think it's a joke, so let us continue to laugh as I tell everybody, let us continue to laugh.
They were laughing at Moses too, until the floods came.
Noah.
Yeah, they were laughing at Noah too until the floods came. I mean, people just don't want to hear it though. I personally, I just get fed up at them on my page, so I just move past that. But you know, imagine you who have been teaching all this time. I mean, imagine how you feel. I mean, I know that's your job, you still have to do it, but I can imagine how frustrating it is to be saying the same thing to people over and over, and it going through one ears coming out through the next ear. That may be so frustrating to trying to reach, you trying to help them, you know. You want them honestly get to safety. You want them survive. You want them to give over themselves completely. You want them to acknowledge the Creator, and people just wherever, yes. You know, that's so frustrating because you actually want to help and people refuse your help. I mean, that is just sad. That people don't even know what help look like. Yeah. They don't even know what help look like. They don't even see that you're trying to help them. When that earthquake hit, it will be too late.
So Coco, different earthquakes happen. The difference in the earthquake is when Abba. Remember, I speak about if I speak about Abba staff. Abba staff will do the vibrating. Abba staff wouldn't push the plate forward or push the plate backward. He needs to do that for himself, right? The plate Abba staff can't push the plate backward or push the plate forward. He will have to come down and do it for himself.
Okay, so you
And
have
the
to
thing
come
is,
through
everybody
and pull
actually
it up.
think, everybody think the fallen angels are power. Them are no power, you know. Them feed off a negative. Them feed off.
Yeah, because
negative
they
energy.
don't even have power over us because we still have the opportunity to choose. So
That's right. They don't have that.
no, they don't have no power. We just think that they have power, but Yahushua, King Yahushua was the example that we could overcome our flesh. So they don't have any power over us.
They're powerless.
So they just play with your mind, with your psyche, and make you feel you can't do this or you can't do that, or you know, just playing with your mental things that you had doubt about. That is what they're playing on your doubts. That is why I could not enter, because I'm a doubt. That is
right.
what the enemy was playing on.
Using
All
your
my
doubts.
insecurity, all your fears.
Exactly.
That is why they said that, oh, you're not to fear nobody but Elohim. So
Only
that
fear
is what
Elohim
they
alone.
were. That is what they must play on your fear, and that is the reason why we ought not to have any fear other than we creators. Because when there's fear, it creates doubt.
That's right.
But I think that was a test, eh?
Yeah, that was a major test, you know.
I think that
Major
was
test
a test.
that will eventually become a reality in a few days from now.
Yeah, I think that was
So
a
they
test.
show you to buck up yourself one time, or else you're going to get left behind.
I
So
think
that
Abba was
means
saying,
that Archangel
"You fool."
Gabriel, know what's going to happen.
Yes.
Because he
I
can
mean,
tell you
that-
exactly yes. So
The
all that
seven
stories they're
trumpets
telling
doing
us,
that song just
the
now.
stories they're telling us in the Bible that the angels don't know when it will be, and that's bullshit.
I never understood though. If nobody could go to the Father except through him, why Father wouldn't trust him to tell him everything what he's going to do?
Exactly my point.
That
Look
to
at
me
the
never
Christians and them that,
made
you know.
sense.
Oh God, the Christians and them brain dead. Alright. Not even the
That-
sun
that
know
was-
when the end will be. All that's stupid.
That was a illusion.
Not even the sun know. So what the sun is right next to your father. It's obviously father will tell him when you're going to do certain things. Them real
Yeah,
stupid,
because
yes.
in agreement.
Exactly. If they're in agreement, what do you expect? Right, them real stupid, yes.
That was, I believe, that was an agenda, so that people will say, well, not even the son know what the father going and do, or nobody know the time nor the hour. So then
That's
I'm not going
bullshit.
to study that.
I bullshit. So we not see any time then. We don't know what time it is then.
I think that was our agenda, so that
Hey.
when the true messenger come now, because they know that the creator would have sent a messenger.
Yes, they know
They
that.
knew that. So
Yeah,
then
yeah, they know
when
that,
that
yeah.
time come, you know,
They don't
because
brainwash them
I was-
already.
I was telling somebody about the creators, and I was like, them wouldn't study that because not even the angels or not even God know when his son know when he coming. So that was that was a major illusion to throw people off by saying he don't know when he coming. So how you could know? You understand?
Yeah.
But wouldn't if you walk in righteousness and you live according to the standards that Elohim, you're telling me that your creator wouldn't spare or save you, wouldn't send warning so that you will know if something happening? That doesn't make any sense.
Exactly my point.
That doesn't make any sense at all.
That don't
when you
make
think
no
about
sense.
it.
Exactly. If you walking in righteousness, you walking in obedience to Elohim. Why Elohim and tell you
Why
where's
they
the
would
plan?
punish you? Why they would punish you? It doesn't
Exactly.
make
Why
any
they will
sense.
punish you too? People don't think, girl.
He must protect his children. That doesn't make any sense. And when they say people in the Bible contradicting, people still going down in denial. No, it's not contradicting. I mean, really? Some of the things is just basic common sense, like this what we talking about. How the son could not know what the father going to do? This is a basic common sense.
It coming. They think it not gonna happen. It coming for them. Oh, they stupid. They're real stupid. That's why Petrotrin shut down and other places. You know how much people that lay off TSTT lay off 500 and something people,
Yes.
Petrotrin lay off the whole force. Even Trinman Point 14, even Trinman all get everybody get lay off. Contractors get lay off. Real madness going on in this country right now.
The company.
Yeah. Well, you know what's going on. If you have a car, you better learn to full water, learn to build an engine with water or something to power your car, because gas can be scarce soon.
Water in the gas.
Gil? Oh boy. Yeah, they're putting water. Yeah, they're putting water in the gas. Not from mistake, They're doing it on purpose.
Yeah.
It is the agenda. They really
raise the price so you will spend more money if your fuel keep burning. If your fuel keep burning faster and by raising it. I mean, yeah, it's an agenda.
They're wicked.
They're past wicked.
That's why they can't riot yet. That's why I tell everybody earlier who wasn't alive. You can't riot. And just yesterday, them assholes and them went and buy $50 ham from them dead pigs and them.
That was real rubbish,
yeah?
You mean to tell me them people getting... Oh my gosh. I say it's a nice way to poison greedy people, man.
Yes. Well, yeah, what's going on? A lot of people go and get sick from that ham.
Yeah.
Because that ham is not clean.
20,000 ham to sell out at $50. And they're going to have a next sale next 2 weeks. And that's... I don't know, boy.
I don't think that next 2 weeks will come, because I think
people need to wake up.
Oh gosh. How they could support an establishment like Massey Stores and them, who is under the elite government? Massey Stores is owned by the 1%, Miss Batiste. They own Massey Stores.
You could see that. Watch the stores itself.
Oh gosh. Wow.
More expensive than everybody else, but yet still the pack.
Oh
the
gosh,
same thing.
That real stupid boy. Just imagine Black Friday in America. What happened? People rushing into them stores and them and fighting for TV and all kind of thing. So what about all the TV they buy last year? We're gonna be the TV now. They're stupid. They're stupid. They're real stupid. They're stupid for African generation. For our generation, they're real stupid.
I had considered buying something at Black Friday, Yahuwah never put money in my hand to support the holiday, never. You understand? So I never think Black Friday, and then I started to look up on the original Black Friday. I mean, it wasn't Black Friday wasn't anything good.
Black Friday have
It
a lot
was
to
a
do
day
with
when they
slavery. Eh?
sold slaves.
It about
I mean, and people still
Teach
celebrate
them.
this pagan holiday
They ain't go listen
as
to
if it's
me.
something to
Go
be
listen to you.
glorified. I mean, wow. So they were selling slaves, and now you cooking food and just turning it around in a different way. The only is how you and your family meeting and talking is throughout a whole blasted year during Thanksgiving, all in meeting and talking to each other. Other than that, I mean, really? And they go all out for this holiday. I mean,
It's a madman world that we
bro,
live
I
in.
see one of my family in the States, they post up the Thanksgiving thing and all of that.
And they don't talk to
And
each other.
then right after, about 2 days after, they post up the history of Thanksgiving. Isn't that contradicting?
Yeah, that contradicting. I want them to listen to you.
Ah, no, they
It's
won't
a
listen
mad
to me.
world,
They're
yes, I
die
tell you.
hard Christian,
Oh
hardcore.
boy.
They don't even like my post them. Yeah.
Oh, you didn't like it now, but when Facebook crash, you go see what happen. There go be real chaos, you know. When we gone, there go be real madness on the earth, you know. What? Where's Shirley? Where's Samuel? They go be looking for me. They go be hunting. I ain't seen no live. All you hear anything? All you hear anything? Oh God, they go be like fish out of water. Right. Coming in the next 5 days. Let me get them one time. Coming in the next 5 days, they go be like fish out of water. You know. If I tell her the next 5 days is next 5 days. Abba say within the next 5 days, they go be like fish out of water. They go be hunting for we. They go be hunting. Right? They go find the false prophets on them, and they will kill them. They will destroy them. Because them is the ones who deceive them. You'll see. You'll see.
Bro, them so brainwashed, they will still call on them psychic for them to tell them what the future hold, you know.
Don't worry,
They
we're going into 2030 soon.
That's so brainwashed, I
Oh,
am telling
yes.
you. It's ridiculous. I mean,
Don't worry, 2030. Don't worry, I'll go live until 2030, no problem. Right? I'll go live in a world, a loveless world, a world where there's no love, already have no love, a world that you'll be eating your own feet, you'll be eating your own shit just now. Don't worry. Don't worry.
because the ground wouldn't produce no strength, so
will
you
have
wouldn't
no
be able to
vegetables.
plant nothing.
Exactly, you'll be able to plant nothing. You see what's going on now? Don't happen already. you
Nope.
know. Don't happen already. Don't beat up now, man. Don't beat up. Don't beat up, and don't continue to laugh at me. It's alright, you know. No no love loss. I used to say that in school, you know. No love loss. I'll continue to laugh at me now, man. No love loss. No love loss. So
People taking this thing for a joke.
Yeah, let us
I
take
mean,
it for
like
a
they
joke
want to
now,
see the
man.
destruction right before their eyes, then for them to ask to call on Yahuwah. Then I don't
when they see
understand.
it,
I
when
don't
they see it, it
understand
will be too late.
how much closer they want it in order to call on the Creator. I
When they
don't
see
understand.
it, Miss Batiste, it will be too late. No love lost. Continue to laugh. By all means, laugh. You laugh.
Yeah, people like, I don't know. Well, now, if you be laughing at me, I blocking you.
Yeah, I think I should do that too.
I
yes.
just,
That'll make no
yeah,
sense.
as soon as I look and I see
So-
a thing and you come talking your shit, your bullshit on my page and talking about black people this and I will be true history come from, I just go up, I go in my thing, I unfriend and I block one time. That's why I'll be doing, you know, unfriend, block one time, unfriend, block one time. So
Because,
I don't
you
have
know,
to deal with you again. My
once you
block
block
list is
them,
like so long.
Once you block them, that's it. They cut off.
Yeah.
Cut off. Now some people might say, well, I could always create a new profile and send you a friend request again. You think
Nope.
it's so easy?
I don't answer new friend request, you know. I just watch
think it would be so
my
easy, yeah?
mutual friends to see if it's any of my brothers and sisters is mutual friends too. And then I add. I don't add people to my friend list again. I done with that. People don't desire to learn anything. So I'm not going through that.
I unfriend a lot of people. A lot of people I unfriend. I unfriend them, I block them. Bye, bye, bye. You still want to worship idols after all what happened to you? Well, fine. You want that, all right? Don't be running to my friggin' page for information, you know, to secure your ego. Now, people will say, so that is nothing if you block me, but they don't see the importance of listening. But they will never block the psychics. They will never block them.
No, they're listening to reply, not to understand or to gain wisdom.
I don't see the psychics and them doing lives and teaching in righteousness or teaching people about.
No, she does just make a post and then she get likes, comments. She reply to somebody comments and
she make
wait
a
a
post,
few days and comment
exactly.
and post again.
She make a post based on my prophecies, eh?
When recently?
She does always talk about things after the fact, not before the fact.
Yeah, she always late.
Yes, I seen her. So when I post something, then after she will post something, because she know it's gonna happen.
According to Trinity, that she go reach late to she own funeral.
Oh,
she always late, so. And people eat every single word coming from.
It's just sad to see what people will do. What people will do just to get fame. Oh gosh, it's sad.
For the love of money is really the root of all evil. I believe that saying is true. I believe that one is a true saying. Anything to get the money. You see, when people don't have integrity, when people don't have love, these are the things that they will resort to.
Well, if you see them pastor them in Nigeria and them who love money, they should walk in the house, pure gold. Say no, don't live like
one who kissing
sick people.
Who kissing women to get them miracles.
Yeah, there's real madness going on, girl. And this other and this other pastor, this other pastor, filling up women, filling up the private part and the breast and talking about the Holy Spirit go. Birds through them. All kind of madness going on in this world, eh?
Yes, his hand is in men pants too. It's ridiculous.
Yes. I see that one. Oh, good. Yeah, the man filling up the man balls.
Yeah.
And talking about he will be blessed. He'll get blessing.
Well, bro, I get so sick that I couldn't even post that. Not even to make people aware.
All kind of madness, thinkness going on. I wouldn't share them thing. I wouldn't even post. I wouldn't share them thing on my page to even talk about it.
It was so disgusting.
Yeah.
I mean, and these people churches filled. When you watch one of them houses like a palace, you're only seeing gold walls. Yeah.
The world gone mad. It needs to be destroyed. It needs to be destroyed.
Them pastors in Nigeria want people to bow down to them and worship them like if they're idols. I mean, too much of abominable things going on, man. They don't deserve an next chance. Didn't make sense. But they're going to continue how they live it. They don't need a next chance.
Earlier on, right? Earlier on in your days, if I had to come and tell you about Elohim and saying that I reject me, no?
Me? No, I wouldn't.
Yes, you would.
Because I was never. I was never too much in this.
I mean, if it wasn't Christianity deep when it was younger, like you say, days before you came, and it was deep into Christianity or religion, you would reject me?
I don't feel so.
I telling you.
I'm a person. I like explanation. You realize that?
Yeah. but even Sister Coco could tell you and all. Even Sister Coco and tell you. A lot of people who came into the ancient truth, they were Christians. They came just for information, and we know that. We knew that was taking place. We allowed them to, we allowed them, and we was hoping that they would change. Them. Not really trick them, but they were put on a test to see if they're really faithful. And most of them fail. And up to this day, we don't have none of them. Sad, eh?
You don't do what?
I said to this day we do have none of them, they all fall.
Wow. Yeah, but the thing is, alright, even when they fall, why you need to go and tarnish somebody else's name to make you look good? Can't you just leave it like that and pretend like you know nothing and go about your business living how you want? Why you have to
Exactly,
go
yeah.
and try to tarnish somebody's name and character
Well, I
for
thought
them
you
to
did-
look
well,
bad, for you to
well,
move
well,
on
they
with
do
your
that.
life or for you to look good? I mean, really? I mean, I don't understand that. You know, people would never say that they was wrong or, you know, they'd always want to paint that image for people to think, well, they was any right to justify what they did.
It's not easy. Not easy at all.
Well, bro, I got you to stay on the live longer than you planned. Hallelujah!
Yes, sis, yes. You did indeed.
You see, you can't just plan them thing, eh? You know, we could only plan, eh? But we creators alone. I don't know why this. I have a bar. I'm living not too far from a bar. It's after 12 and the music is really hard. I have to go quiet in a back room in order to speak with you. I mean, they have no consideration for the neighbors whatsoever.
You have no consideration for nobody. Hello? Is it there? Hello? I saw a cause in that noise, huh?
have no definable beginning or end. There's no number to your days. Excellent defies your